Hey Sparks, hey Leela, Pammy Pooh, Miss Sexy Ray, Spicy Brown, and Vet. How y'all doing? Things will get brighter. Mm. So today is going to be open panel today. We do have a little special guest. Miss Linda will be coming up. Turn it down some. Hey Cree, Shay, how you doing, Cree Shay? Hey Treasure Life. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I was sleepy. Hey, Dree. That's fine. Dree is speaking to everyone. Yes, Mom, I am back. The first one's the impromptu. Like, I wasn't even trying to go live, but Ashley D rocked me like I'm done. You know, you ready to get off that clock? Okay. Hey, April. I am back, y'all. I'm back in effect. Back in effect. Back in effect. You can't tell me I can't get my back on my pedal. Y'all know we waiting for Miss Linda because Miss Linda did want to get on there. Hey, Jasmine, my love. She did want to get on here, and we're gonna have an open panel, so we're gonna be able to talk about anything. But I do want Miss Linda to get whatever she said she got to get something off her chest. So I'm gonna let Miss Linda get that off her chest. Hold on. Let me make sure I'm able to share this live with her. Okay. And hey, Lolita. Hey, Carmen. How you doing? How's everybody's Tuesday going? I hope well. Hey Jackie, what's up, Terry? Thank you for that. Ma, you just got your hair done. That's why I get braids because I don't be wanting to get my hair done like that. But go off then, Ma. Let us see it when you get it done. Oh, Carmen, you're tired from work. Me too. Oh well, no, I'm not. I'm just tired. Not from work, but I'm just tired. Let me see. Yesterday we had a great live, impromptu live. Like we went on there to clown some people, and then boom, we ended up having a good live. Oh, you tired and hungry? I feel that, Lolita. I definitely feel that. We don't want you tired because we love you. Thank you. Love you guys as well. But we had a good little conversation yesterday. We had Game Changer up there. He gave us his perspective on relationship, how he feels about relationships, which, I mean, I don't agree with, but it is he's entitled to it. So I mean, some things he did say, a little hit a little home. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Let me see. Pammy Pooh said, I'm about to get me some rib tips. Been wanting some for a couple of days now. Okay, how you gonna cook them? You gonna frown, bro? Bacon? What? Let me see. Girl, that cat was hurting me. So I'm at the lady who been doing my hair for 20 years. I got a perm. You got a perm? Uh-uh. I thought we stopped perming hair. Hey, Rewa, how you doing, love? Yeah. Like all jokes aside, today has been very, very interesting. We have had people going back and forth on their community walls, which I am one of them. Then we had people like Hey Michaela, um, going live, doing lives about things that have been said when you calling them out on their stuff. And I just really want to just for real, just stop all of it. That's why I made my live about I did today earlier, because if we're not gonna meet up and all that, the rest that you're saying is really irrelevant. And to be honest, to be picking with everybody then want to play victim is wild. Like, who raised these people? Like, for real, who raised them? Thank you, Miss Jones, for the cash app, love. Thank you so much. Hey, Auntie Special K. You back in effect. Not if she getting some finger waves. Finger waves haircut. I mean, it's cute to me though. I ain't gonna even cap. It is cute to me. I like the new looks. Did y'all know even French Rose is coming? Hey, Gloria. French Rose is coming back. I love the new look on the French Rose. I can't lie. Lolita said, buy them from a rib joint. I told you I'm tired. There's no cooking about to go on over here. LOL. I'm gonna make some shrimp fried rice. Hey Danny. I'm gonna make some homemade shrimp fried rice because of Danny. Because Danny had made that Sunday. And yes, Miss Carmen, I did. So thank you so much. You didn't have to. I figured that's who it is. I figured who it was. That's why I just said your last name. Okay, you getting the pen. Okay. Hey, twin girl, how you doing? Hey, Kayla, my love, I haven't seen you lately. How you doing, love? And Mom, where you finna go that you getting your hair done? I mean, I know you said that cap hurt, but where you going somewhere or what? Or no? Hey, Robin Lies, how you doing, love? Thank you. Danny really had me wanting because Danny had made and it looked y'all. Danny had sent us the picture of it, and it looked so good. Oh, you getting it done for Valentine's Day? Okay, Kayla. Hey, Patricia. Well, as you know, I don't have a Valentine's. I don't care to have a Valentine's. I'm good with life as it is. Got that negative energy from me around me, so I'm good. Hey, Latte. Yes, you guys, go ahead and hit that like button for me. It shows that I have only 18 likes and I have over 91 people in here. If y'all don't hit that like button, has anyone seen God's Child D lately in the chats? I hope everything's okay with her and the baby. Oh, Dan, you making pork chops today? That's Dawn with that with the potatoes. Girl, yeah, you could be my Galentine's, yeah. You had yours, yes. I am. I used to wear and do French rolls. I used to have mine so big I couldn't hardly drive my little hatchback in the day. Oh, I'm hollering. Hey Pearly, how you doing? Pearly, you be having me cracking up. I can't cap. You be having me rolling. Cause it be your comments for me. It be really your comments for me. I'm gonna be honest. Ooh, excuse me. We been let me see, bring back anything but the waterfall hairstyles. Oh, that's a lie. I used to love the waterfalls. Girl, I remember because I have, you know how you have it short on the top and long in the back. I remember I had mine done like that, and the girl that my brother was messing with, she did my hair, and she had them waterfalls popping. I love them waterfalls. I even tried to do them myself, but they didn't come out right. I tried it, but it didn't come out right. Let me see. Me too. I cry laughing at her. Who? Yo, Pearly. Yup. Let me see. Latte said no. I haven't seen her in the chats, but I did go on her page today because I was looking for her. Yeah, me. Yeah, I've been looking for her. I have been looking for her because she hasn't been like I haven't seen her since she was actually on the panel showing us the pretty little handsome fella she got. Let me see y'all here, Alexis. Hit that button. Hit that like button before I take out my goddamn razor shirt. Man, stop it. Okay. What is your favorite restaurant? Um uh-huh. Like my go-to. I would say my favorite restaurant right now would be Juicy Crab because I'm a seafood person. I love it. You gonna get what you okay, let me see. Hold on. Let me see. Oh, that's gonna be cute. Hey D Ham. That's gonna be cute. You getting it with some color, or you gonna do it straight that color the way or something? Hey, Niecy Pooh, you gonna do it like that? Let me see, April. Don't do me like that. The waterfalls and pump it, baby, with the pump it up and thank you, Special K, baby. Who you know you had a fresh hairstyle when you smell that pump it up. You be like, oh, that. Then you knew that person for jump your head with that pump it up. I can't lie. DM, I see you getting attacked now, honey. I'm trying to figure out what did you say? What did you say this time? Because I don't remember. But I see you being attacked now. Yes, I like it. It's gonna be real cute. I like that. I said I want to try that. But I want to get a little, have it a little longer in the back, like probably like 22 inches, and then had it on. Yeah, we called it the Joe Dirt, but Hey, Candace Boo, how you doing? Oh, hold on. Let me turn this because I don't know nothing about don't do the right thing. Oh, I don't fucking know you. I don't know you. What you coming up here for? Type in my chat and tell me why you coming up here, honey. Cause this ain't dead. Y'all, we got a special guest in my back area. His name is Snoop. He go by the one and only Snoop Dogg, the same one that was on Ashley D's panel trying to pimp her. So I'm trying to figure out why he coming up on my panel. What you? But I'm saying though, you said you coming for me. Coming for me for what? I'm just being honest. What you coming up here for? This ain't, baby. Hold on, let me go ahead and let him know something real quick, cause this ain't even what he want for real. Let me see this.
What's up with you?
I'm okay. I'm trying to figure out why are you on my why are you trying to come over and talk about for me? For me for what?
Because I see you live. I hit your like button, and you look like a nice lady. What's up?
You can't pimp me, right? I'm not one of
Damn,
those. Yeah, I'm not
I
one of
want trying to do
those.
this.
I'm,
Hey,
I'm
do I
not
look
one of
like a pimp?
those.
Do I look like a pimp?
You
Do I
was
look like a
just on
pimp?
you was just on Ashley D's live probably about a few weeks ago trying to communicate with her, right?
Damn, I've been doing the most. Too much.
Yeah, too much. This ain't that, baby. You can't. No, you can't pimp me. I'm not
Hey,
her. I'm
I ain't
not
trying pimp.
gullible.
Trying pimp. You
Yeah,
look like
I'm saying though, you up here? What you got a cash app? My cash app was Red Lexus 1981. What's up?
I keep cash though. I don't fuck cash out.
Well, then I don't know. But
Dead
what's
shit.
up?
What's up, man? I was just thinking you a nice lady. You must
For
not be.
what? What
You
what
must.
what
You
make you
must
think I'm
not
a
be.
nice lady? Like what do
Huh?
I do that's nice? You don't know me.
I just ain't nothing wrong with giving you a compliment. Is
Justin.
hmm?
Mm-hmm.
What's up?
That's him, Auntie. That's him. Thank you, that one. How you doing, love?
Bye, man. I'm just fucking with you. So I bet you getting wet though right now. Bye.
Baby, ain't shit about you make me wait. You broke as fuck. What I look like? This man said he bet I get wet. Not after that little dusty ass nigga. Girl, be not girl, rudder. Stop it. What's up, Miss Foxy? He's very homeless. He's living in his Mercedes, 1980 Mercedes, y'all. That's the same nigga that was on Ashley D's live telling her he gonna fly her out to Memphis, y'all, when she was over there getting butterflies. All the while her nigga was downstairs in the basement in that thumbtack roof. Like, come on now. If that wasn't a setup, I don't know what is. Well, Angie, I didn't see you when you said hello because I was trying to figure out what this man wanted. Thank you. How you doing today? What's up, Justin? Yeah, he got gone once I said his name. Thank you, Auntie. See, now we can have a real conversation. We can have a real conversation and stuff. But like, I know for a fact I didn't talk about this man, so it was just weird that he comes up on my panel, and I'm trying to figure out did Ashley D send you because I still stand on everything I said. I want to fight. So what was the point of him? Her like that's the part I don't get. Mm. He yes, Candace trying to get clout for whatever reason. Where Retta at? Because she said be nice. No. Y'all, A Stokes, this man said he said I'm probably getting wet. Nigga, you had an infection in your left ball sack. Why would I get why? That's crazy. Yeah, that milkshake do bring all the boys to yard. Here. What's up, NXS? NXS Tabby, the one that um oh, here he go. He said he don't drive a 19 nothing anymore. Oh, you walking, you on feet. My bad. Um, yeah, Miss Foxy, her man was in the basement. Hey, Treasure Life. Oh no, that's not me, honey. I don't know. I would have dropped his ass too, talking like that. With the girl, he dropped himself. That's the crazy part. He dropped himself. I didn't even have to drop him because Justin, this is the God honest truth. I'm just trying to figure out like what are you here for? It was just weird that you're in my chat out of all this time. Now I know it's not a lie about what was told to me. Right here, this whole conversation. Like he's funny. But you all right with me if you can get it out or get it out of her. Shit. If she wanna send you money, but you know she can't afford nothing. But hey, that's your business, Justin. Do you boo? Hey Melissa, how you doing, love? Special K, he said how you doing? That's what's up. I ain't mean as fuck. I just want to know like what's up. Look, let me tell you, I'm gonna show you something, Justin. Let me show you. I ain't mean as fuck at all. So won't you grab this link and just say, say your piece. Like if you want to be cool, you know what I'm saying? Come enjoy the chat while we tripping out and stuff. That's one thing. You can do that. But you came wrong when you said you came up here for me. For me, for what? And then say I think you pretty. No, don't do that. Don't insult me. I dropped the link. What's up, Sabrina? How my love? You know what, Pearl? This what I'll be talking about with you. It be that. It be that for me with you. Oh, he outside. Let's see. What the hell? Let me see. Hey, Miss Foxy, thank you so much for the super chat. Vibing with my Cap twin. Yes, baby Capricorns. Ow. Hey, Tanya.
Let me drop my damn key. And
Now,
this
how
do this
did
look like a 1990 anything?
I don't know. It look like a minivan.
A minivan? You serious?
I don't see. I can't really see enough, honey. Okay, that's what's up. You got a Lexus. That's what's up.
No, this a Benz, baby.
That look like a L on the driving thing. Okay, then that's what's up. You got you one.
You mean as hell? Don't listen to everything. You hear me? Don't
I'm
listen
mean.
to
I'm
everything.
definitely not mean, but you're not gonna woo me either.
Don't listen to everything you hear on YouTube, baby.
Hey, Lolita.
You hear me? It's
Yeah,
just
he
a
did
special.
cam up, didn't he? He did
Yeah,
cam up. We gotta give it to him. He will. He does cam up. I give him that. At least we see who we talking to.
hell yeah. And I ain't ugly. I just got a long ass nose like my dick. Bye.
Wait, what? Wait, wait, yo, wait. Did he just? What did he just say? I'm hollering. Yes, Melissa, I'm on the road today, honey. I ain't with it today. I'm not with the fuckery. My auntie just said he be on everybody's panel, like for real. Hey, Forever Key. Hey, Virgo Goddess. I ain't seen you in a while. How you doing? I thought that's what he said, Don. I swear to God, I thought that's what he said. So I'm just like, that's weird. Like, why would you say that? I didn't drop. Wait, I didn't drop him. I didn't drop him. He dropped himself. uh, man, yo, Don and Danny, what's up? Cause y'all know that ain't even. Mm-mm. Y'all like for real, yo. This is the one that was in on Ashley's panel about to pimp the shit out her ass. You know. Oh, the woman was coming about. Yes, Miss Linda would have just or mom, she would have had it. Don't do that. I thought that's what he said. That's why I was like, what the hell? And he keeps saying, y'all, if y'all know this stuff, he keeps saying stuff. And then he'll like some ignorant ass shit, and then he'll drop off the panel. Like, and I'm just like a bit confused. Like, if you hey, it's all about God. If you don't oh, I already know. And then it's so funny because as soon as y'all said the name, I got a text message. I'm hollering. Y'all, I cannot stand y'all. Let me see. Which comment did I read your comment? He keep coming up saying weird shit, then drop back down, do anything for clout. Yes. I didn't, Latte. What did you say? Because I can't even go back to it. Hold on, said oh, they start bragging. You gotta say the opposite of what they bragging about. So it's small, like it's small, and you don't like small. Oh Lord. Y'all, but this gonna be the last time. Cause you're not gonna keep doing this. Yo, what you like? Look. Now, let me go tell you about my platform. Like, we do get ignorant in this motherfucker. You feel me? But
Hey,
no. Listen, no disrespect, but you gonna
I'm used
respect
to
my
it.
platform.
I'm used to it. I ain't disrespect nobody. I came over here. I thought you was a nice lady. You know what I'm saying? That's what I
But
said.
you what?
I came over here because I thought you was a nice lady, and that's what I said the first time. I ain't on no bullshit.
Oh no, I heard. I thought I heard you correctly. It was already put in the chat what was said. I thought I heard you correctly. So
Yeah,
like, what? Okay, so what brings you over here?
because I thought you was a nice lady, and I wanted to come holler at
Me out of everybody, you thought I was a nice lady. What would make you? What would make you want to come over here though? Like because I've never seen you in my chat before. So what warned you over here? And let's keep it real.
you. I want to know, are you a catfish?
Ashley D is what you call a catfish. I have
Do you,
cammed up. I have cammed up. I got pictures
do you
all on
look like do you
my
look like your picture?
very much so.
Let me see, baby.
Right? What you mean that you see? I look like my picture. These
And
are real pictures, honey.
some,
This is a real picture of me.
somebody said in your comments that about the girl coming for a car. I'm finna walk back down there and then I'm finna show y'all that there's my damn car with my name on it, John. You ready? Tell her to bet me some money, cause I ain't bullshitting around her. I'm a real South Memphis nigga, man. I ain't got a fly job or fake shit. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You love me?
Oh, you gotta go now because you
Fuck
doing
you.
too much. Because I don't even fucking know you. Shit, that weird ass fucking shit. Do I love you, bitch? I don't. No, I wish I fucking would tell. No, get the fuck out of here. Yes, Ashley D is the catfish. That's what we talking about. Let's keep it for real here. Like I think he on here. He trying to get some type of clout. I think he looking at numbers. I think that I'm gonna be honest with you. Cause what would make him come over here today out of all days? I think you cute. I'm not even in the young Dolph sector. So what the fuck would make you come over here? That is fucking weird. Weird. Girl, I'm saying you were supposed to tell him, yes, you love everybody. Not God says we're supposed to love everybody. Like, cut it out. Like I said, that be you on that crazy stuff. I promise you. Like, I'm even scared to just drop my link for my people because, like, he keeps grabbing it. He let me see him in the chat again. Baby, I don't think he gonna be in the chat, to be honest. I'm cracking am I the only one? No, you really not the only one because that's weird. Like, y'all, look, all jokes aside. Remember when Ashley D had went live, he was on her panel. He told her literally he was going to fly her to Memphis, and she was over there and fucking ooh and ah about this nigga. She was giggling. She was like, okay, thank you. I'm pretty. Y'all remember that? Yeah, that's him. That is that man. Uh, don't play with me. Play with your bitch. Yes. Let me see. Um. mm, oh, yo, no, yo. Who is this? Girl, I ain't know who you was. I was like, you know what?
You better. That's Queen Keys on the screen,
I
baby.
know. That's why I was like, wait a minute, who is this? And I had to look at the Queen Keys. I said, oh, that's Retta. Girl, you see HD man coming over here talking about am I a catfish and talking about do I look like my
Let,
picture? You need to be asking your boo that. Do she look like her pictures?
huh?
I said you ain't hear that nigga talking about am I catfish and do I look like my pictures?
No, I ain't here, but I came up here to say, don't hide the nigga. Like you gotta listen. Don't listen. It's content. It's entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Roll with the shit. It's entertainment. It's funny. You don't hide the nigga. Roll with the shit. Be with the shits. Fuck all that extra shit. It's entertainment. It's better than beefing and drama.
Oh yeah, most
I
definitely.
mean, what harm is he doing? What
But
harm is he
but you
doing? He ain't doing no.
but Retta, like all honestly, he has never been in my chat before, and that's why I was like,
Nah,
why would he
it don't
come
matter.
today?
Shit.
The other
I
one
mean,
I
he
don't
up
care,
there.
but this one it was
Long
kind
as
of
he ain't
weird.
showing his dick up there.
Well, shit, he said his nose long as his dick, so you know.
I mean, well, send us the picture on the back end. Inbox it to me. I want to see shit. I'm with all the shit.
Wait,
I mean,
I'm fucking
I'm
weak. Oh,
scared.
oh.
Let us see. Show me what you're working with.
Just show me what you working with. Just show me what you working with. I'm so out there with you. You like
Fuck
you
all that
supposed to
extra
be.
shit. You know I love you, girl. Listen, fuck that shit. Listen, these
No,
people been coming on your panel. I don't know why these people been coming in your chat. Maybe that's a sign. Like I don't know. It's pushing your platform in a different direction. Fuck the drama. Like the shit is entertainment. It's content. Roll with it. I mean, unless he getting crazy disrespectful, then I can see you hiding him and having people block him and all that. But from what I see, he ain't saying shit crazy. Let that shit
yeah, he
ride.
was just in the
So
chat.
somebody said that one of your moderators hit him and shit. I mean, unhide the nigga. Like, let him
Oh
rock
no,
out with his
he
cock
ain't hit.
out. I mean,
No,
not literally.
no, he ain't
You
hitting.
heard
I
me.
don't
Let
see
him
that
rock
he
out with
hitting.
his.
I don't see that
He
he's
what?
hitting. He's not hitting.
Oh,
He
no.
left
Somebody
out.
said he
He
was.
left. He said he was going to his car. He gonna come back. He going to his car to show that the car is his.
Let the nigga rock out with his cock out, but not literally. You heard? But I'm gonna get there. You know, I gotta focus on the road. Fuck,
Oh, you bet.
touch
Oh,
the
you
road,
still. Oh, I forgot. You still driving.
touch the road.
Yeah, you gotta drive safely. Are y'all
Yeah,
snowing too?
huh?
Are y'all snowing too out there?
We supposed to get some snow. It ain't snowing yet. I'm trying to get to the crib before it even try.
Okay.
But it ain't snowing
Uh,
yet. It might.
yeah, because
That's
I
what we
asked my
heard.
mom, was it snowing up there? Because you know, Danny sent us a picture. It looked like it was snowing where she at in Maryland. That made me
Mm.
want not want to go back up north because I don't want no snow. It's about to be
Yeah,
spring.
you know you just want to move closer to me anyway. Come on, so we could be lit.
Liddy, oh my mama.
Cause you know Danny only 4 hours away, like three and a half. Danny only like three and a half.
I don't
You
even
know we
think
about to be
Danny
turned
that far
up.
from Danny ain't that far from me. She like 3.5 from me too.
Yeah,
It
it
goes
ain't.
three and a
Ain't
half from my parents.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, they
Yeah, but
wouldn't
you
be
know we.
far, and I think we'll be like what 6 to 8 hours away from Dawn.
Yeah, not that far.
Mm-hmm.
But when I go to NC, I could always touch down to see Dawn. She ain't that far from
Oh,
where my people's is at. And
and
then I'm going to Delaware next month, and Danny ain't that far from where I'm going. But she live in Maryland, so you know.
okay, so you want to Delaware?
Listen,
You know, I
we
never been
going,
to Delaware. I never been to
yeah.
Delaware.
hmm You know,
That's
we
one
gonna
thing.
always be able to link up. It's not a problem. Just bring your ass back, girl. Even if it ain't for a long time, just for a little time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you right. You right. I told my
Mm.
daddy, I said, I think about moving back. He was, man, that man mouth got closed so quick. He said, for what? What reason? I said, is you gonna let me?
He
I
don't want
asked
your
him,
hug.
look, I asked him just like this. I said, is you gonna let me stay with you or not? Like, I'm not asking you, I'm asking you to stay with you for a little bit, but I mean, I'm not asking you for your permission to move back home. Like, I'm giving you the courtesy that I'm letting you know that I'm going to move back home. Now, and he was like, "Yeah, you can come on home." Yeah,
Just don't be asking for shit.
look, I wouldn't ask him. I'm gonna ask my mama because baby, I can ask my daddy for anything, and he would tell me, "Well, what you need it for? What is that you wanted, huh? What you need it for? Da 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 da." And then I tell him what I need it for, and then I be thinking he gonna give it to me. He be like, "Well, yeah, I ain't got it." I be like, "Oh, you did all that for no reason."
Mm.
I be so
Mm-mm.
mad.
Mm. But yeah, I'm about to drop down because you know I got my sisters on the other line. You know what I'm saying? I got
Okay,
the
what
sisterhood
they
on the other line helping me. You know what I'm saying? On this little, You know this shit be
Uh-oh,
dog.
there
I
go
be
Game
getting
Changer. What's
ah
Changer?
damn.
How you doing
You
today,
done
Game
changed the
Changer?
game.
Yep, you done changed the game for me. Gotta see what I do.
Yeah, I fucking
Yes.
can't. This shit
Let
is
me see. Game
hilarious.
Changer, what's up? How you doing? How you living?
Living like a fraud. Nah, living like a
Yeah.
fraud. What's her name? Blew his spot up.
Real quick. Then
Who
Brandy
was
just
it?
blow it up real quick.
Brandy. Brandy. Brandy said you want to be down, nigga.
Yep.
Hot damn hoe. Here we go again.
Game Changer, what you want to talk about? Because I'm gonna be honest with you. Yesterday we had a great live. I mean, you had your own set of views and everything. So what's going on. What's
I
tea?
wanna know. I wanna know how big Game Changer's dick is.
Not Game Changer. What? That wasn't who said that.
Who said it? Oh shit.
Yo,
Oh shit.
yo.
God damn it.
No, Game Changer. We're not saying like what you're down for, like that. Down for what? I'm asking you, like, what's up? How you doing? Do you want to get on cause we had a great dialogue yesterday. So I was asking, did you want to come up, give us some more of your perspective, so we can give you some of our perspectives? And that's what I'm asking you. I don't know. Hey, hey, Jackie. Hey, Robin Buttercup. Right, Lolita.
But I mean, I
Uh,
am a little curious.
hey, what's up, Nisha? Okay, I will drop the link for you. What's that? Game Changer. Give me 1 second. Yeah, Retta got us weak because she was on to
Am I
something
going
and
the right
it was
way?
the wrong person. Oh, he did have it, but he has his own views. So I will respect that. And then to be honest, just like
My phone wrong.
he gave us some great content because we was on there dragging motherfuckers yesterday, and he gave us some great content yesterday. Yo, Game Changer, come on, Game Changer.
Now I'm saying goodbye to the old me. It's already gone.
So what's up? Hey, Dreamy girl. I'm gonna let Game Changer come up here. Come on, Game Changer. I'm waiting for you. Hey, Roslyn.
Mm-mm.
So what's up with you? What's new? What's tea? How you doing?
No, you see how you doubted me, and I came up here on some cool positive shit.
I mean, yeah, because like I just know like right, like I seen you on Ashley D's live, and you know what I'm saying. I just want to let you know
Yeah.
I'm not her.
Mm.
So no slick stuff, and as long as you're respectful, we can go ahead and do it
Yeah.
from there. But just don't be on no disrespectful shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-mm.
Respect the platform.
Yeah.
So what did you want to talk about?
God been good to me. I ain't came for that, baby. I just trying to see if you can come up. That's
Mm,
it. And show me that you look like what's on your avatar.
that's not an avatar. That's a real picture.
I mean, on your real picture.
That's my real picture. Like I'm
Nisha, come here. I think we got us one.
I think you got to go because I don't know what the hell you talking. What you mean? Hey, Game Changer, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing okay. I wanted to thank you anyway for yesterday. We had a great live because of you. So I just,
Dick.
with your views and everything. So I thank you so much for that.
Oh yeah, no problem. I mean, thanks for letting me up.
And I
I know
went
you.
on here and subscribed to your and everything.
Okay, I appreciate
Been
it.
over.
Who is this?
Don't worry about it. Been over right quick.
Oh no.
Just
Wait,
playing.
wait, wait. Hey, Miss. Oh, Lord.
Wow. I'm a pimp. I'm a pimp. You hear me?
Okay, well, this what it is. You're a pimp. Okay, so
I got
Dream.
about I got about 17 women for sale. You hear me? You got one on right here.
No, it's not.
Oh damn. Well, I got 16 women for sale. And shout out to the ladies in the chat that told me come back up here because I know y'all like me. And my thing is longer than my nose.
Okay, so are you done? Are you
Now,
finished?
I think I got about three more things to say. Are you close to Memphis, Tennessee?
I'm definitely not.
It's somebody in your chat said that.
No,
Wait,
that's
is
not.
he in Memphis? So who is that person that asked me that? It's a person in your chat. She must be down here in Memphis. I want to holler at her, and then you'll be able to find out what I'm about.
Okay, then. Well, and let me go ahead
So
and
can you
um.
call for the lady that's in the chat that said, "Wait, am I in Memphis?" Because I am.
Okay, well, I'm gonna drop you to the chat so you can ask her.
You
Okay.
just mad I ain't want.
Anyway, yeah, he real disrespectful. So
Well, y'all got history or something? What's that about?
no, I don't know this man from a can of paint. I just know he like to use women. He got an infested ass dick. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know him.
Oh,
He
so
popping
he
up.
is a pimp.
Not my pimp. I mean, well, I'm not a whore either. But
Right.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
so
I
he's in
went
this.
on ahead and I dropped him, y'all, because he wasn't on that tight time. He wanted to talk shit. He looking for something, and I don't know. I'm thinking we can go ahead and have a cool, casual conversation, but he's not on that tight time. He looking for something. It ain't this ain't that.
Okay. Yeah, I was trying to figure out what was going on myself, but I thought it was history or what. I didn't know what he was
No,
doing.
I don't know him from a can of paint.
Okay.
So how
Um,
are you doing today?
yeah, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I can't really stay long like I did yesterday, but I stayed for a bit.
Okay. Did you have to go to work today? Did you? What's going on?
Yeah, I was working yesterday. I work from home,
Oh, okay.
and I'm off work now, but I still got some things I got to do.
Oh, okay. You just seen it. I was live. That's what's up. Thank you so much for coming in and showing and supporting my channel.
Oh yeah, yeah, no doubt. Like when I seen your channel last week, and
Mhm.
you was telling your story, and I
Mhm.
was like, okay, let me. I actually tried to I tried to get on, but I wasn't subscribed, and it took like 10 minutes. So I was
Mhm.
gonna say something in the chat, but by the time because you was ending, and by the time I got up, or by the time I had a chance to say something in the chat, all I could say was like drop the link.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah. I'll be happy to see. That's why I put on subscriber mode because people like that.
no, it makes sense. It makes sense. But what was the main takeaway from the conversation we had yesterday?
The main takeaway, what I took from you, is basically you have a lot of different views in us, and what really stuck out with me because you kept asking about submissions, being submissive,
Uh huh.
and and when we talk about being submissive, we do look at it as in a negative way. That is true. Um, And what I was gonna say is like when it comes to being submissive, I don't I think I would have a problem with being submissive because I do want to be a wife, whatever. Woo, woo, woo. However, I don't want to be to the point where I'm doing everything in the household, and I don't want you to have control. I don't want the submissive to turn into controlling. That's what I don't want.
I
You
mean,
get
I think with a lot of Black American women, and this is just my theory. You could check me if I'm wrong, but because of our history as Black people with slavery, we we conflate the two, and we want to avoid it at all costs. You know,
Mhm.
which puts us at a disadvantage. Like for the men, I'm gonna be honest, it puts us at a work disadvantage because that's what slaves were made to do. We were made to work. So, a lot of Black men avoid, certain, a lot of Black men, just to put it out there, avoid jobs because they don't want to feel like a slave. But that's something that everybody do. You're not a slave because you have a job.
Mhm.
And submission is something that was forced upon women when they're during slavery, and they want to avoid that because they feel like they're going backwards. They feel like so. But these are both natural things, that both men and women do, both free men and women do. It's I think that we just have a little bit of difficulty adjusting to freedom. I mean, that's my opinion. Like, you could tell me if you don't believe that.
Well, I'm kind of like, but I'm just gonna be honest. Like, yeah, um, I just think like when you was just the way you was saying it yourself, you were explaining, the submission, and then you was like you want to control. Like that's what I don't want someone to have that type of control over me. That's where I'm at with it. Um,
Well, what do
I'm not.
you think? I mean, because like
Like,
the guy that um, was on a moment ago, the guy in the blue shirt, he obviously was looking for submission, and his end game wasn't the same as yours, or probably many other women. So
mm,
I do understand how being submissive to the wrong guy can you know can put you in a situation that you're not comfortable in. I do see that. I understand that.
mhm.
And I wouldn't recommend that for my daughter. But I mean, what type of guy would you be willing to submit to? And what type of control would you allow him to have over you?
No control whatsoever because I'm not his child. And being submissive, the like when I think of being submissive in my eyes, because I'm not married, so I really don't know about submissive. But when I think about it and what I put it like what I associate it with, I do feel like making sure the husband has a cooked meal, clean house, bath water ran from um the household, as far as the household being clean and everything. I do feel like making sure that his home life is good for him. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um
Um, and I agree with that. That would be my definition of submission as well.
okay. Now what I don't agree with is the control part. Hey Rich, my love. I don't
Hey,
feel
baby, how are you? Huh?
how you doing, love?
I'm good. How are you?
Okay, can't complain.
Good. Hey, Chad. Y'all know I had to come in and get my little 2 cents. I was in the bushes listening in while I'm working.
I'm here for it. I'm here. And then the submission part with you, I was with
Yeah.
that. I don't feel like because you said okay, you said you would have your woman the real what you would like to do is she wouldn't have to work, right? Because we were asking you basically if she's submissive to you and she's taking care of all your needs, the kids needs, the house is where you want it to be, and like and you're at where you at want to be in life, that realistically you wouldn't mind your wife being a at home mom, at home wife, right? But you think that she would get bored from that. Why do you feel like she would get bored with that?
I have submissive women in my family, and they all did. My grandmother, for example, who had 6 kids, she, after her youngest one, I think he turned like 9, my uncle,
Mm-hmm.
um, she decided to get a job. And she was very young at this, relatively speaking, for a woman with 6 kids. She was in her 30s still, and she started a career at that stage in life, and it was because she was bored. There were no small children in the house anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So here you have a woman who is, and I talked to her about this. Who's used to having responsibilities, of 6 children, and
Okay.
now they're reasonably self-sufficient. Of course, he wasn't out with a job and stuff, but he was to the point where he could go to and from school by himself. And so she's like, okay, my days are pretty much free, and I'm gonna get a job. But grandpa provided.
Okay. Okay, so when when it comes to the money part, okay, that's where I believe the control was going to come in at. And so basically, are you saying like when you say controlling, are you saying you're going to control her spending habits and stuff like that?
If need be. I don't hope to marry a woman that has spending habits that needs to be controlled.
But
However, if need be, then yes, I would.
Okay, so let's just be realistic here. Okay, you have to be realistic when we're thinking about. You're thinking of your ideal woman. She doesn't have. She can't be big. She can't this. She can't do that. She can't have a spending habit. Okay, you're looking at your ideal woman, but let's be think realistically. How many women do you think is out here that don't have a little spending problem?
Um, well, I don't mind if a woman has a spending problem, as long as she's willing to solve, and then as long as she's willing to follow my guidance in doing so.
Okay.
Um, I don't think that anybody who respects the future of their children should be spending like 5,000 plus on a purse. And I won't spend 300 plus on shoes. I never have. You know, um, yeah. If our goal is the future of our children, I want my kids to be able to go to MIT. And if they qualify, I don't want the reason that they don't is because mama got a purse and daddy got some shoes. I'm not going to allow that to happen.
Mm, mm.
So I think a lot of individuals, and this is my opinion, I'm not fighting your opinion, sir,
Mhm.
or anybody else's in the chat. A lot of people look at submissiveness as control, and it's further from that. Submissiveness is humbling thyself in order to be respectful to one's partner. That's it, and that's all. Having trust and honoring and respect in your partner to know that they would do what is right for your relationship, not having control, not saying you got to take the garbage out, you got to wash the dishes, you got to do XYZ. No, this is a 50-50 thing with us. I should respect my spouse enough to know my lane, and should respect me enough to know his lane. No one controls nobody because we were all born individually, unless you was born with a twin, and you still are your own individual person.
Mm,
When you when you're in a relationship with a common goal and a common purpose, there aren't two different lanes. There's one lane, and one car would follow the other to that destination.
No, how is it that, I mean, it's one lane? Yeah, we're together, even in a marriage, but there's still going to be two different lanes because I'm a woman, he's a man, unless it's a, a same sexual relationship. We're
Mhm.
going to be on two different paths regardless of where we are in a partnership, a marriage, or what have you. I still have my own individuality as well as he. So, yeah, as far as the relationship goes, there's one lane, but individually, we all each have our own lanes that we need to follow in order to come back to that common ground to be able to do what we need to do as partners, as one.
Okay, maybe I'm getting lost in the analogy. Because you say different paths. We're talking about the same destination, right?
It's not about a destination. I'm
It
talking
most
about
definitely
just
is.
a relationship as itself.
No, no. Just to be clear, the relationship, a long-term relationship, marriage, is about a destination and nothing more. I can't stress that enough. It's like, listen, you want to have, grandkids in the Ivy League. I want to have grandkids in Ivy League. Let's, we're going to work together to make this happen. If it's my destination to have like a large family and it's your destination to, go on girls trips and shop and stuff like that, then we're on two different paths. And now, don't get me wrong, there are guys out there who, don't want kids and they want that life. They want,
Okay, just think about what you just said. You meet someone and you get to know them, and y'all talk about different things, and y'all never talk about having kids, and then y'all get being in a long-term relationship a year in, and now it's on your mind like, we never really talked about kids. I want 10 kids, and she comes to say, oh, I only want one child, but now you're in love with her. Are you just going to walk away because that path is different?
well, I mean, and that's where submission comes in. Like, if she would submit to my desire to have more than one kid,
Wait, wait,
then I
No,
would walk away.
that's where compromise comes in.
wait.
Well,
Because
I
if
didn't
I
say.
had if
Well, once again, I didn't say 10. I said if she would submit to my desire to have more than one, meaning that I am willing to compromise, and I understand that her stake in the child rearing process is or the child birthing process is a lot greater than mine. So I'm not saying that I would be uncompromising, but if she's willing to submit to my desire to have more than one child, whatever we compromise on, then the relationship can continue. But outside of
it's
that, it simply can't.
the context of the way you say things can throw people off. The way you just said it, if she's willing to submit to my desires, but however you said if she's willing to compromise, if you would have just said if she's willing to compromise, which kind of equals the same thing, then somebody can take you a little bit easier than you saying if she's willing to submit to my desires, because that's making it seem like, you have a very condescending aspect about you. But if you say, oh, she's willing to compromise and have more than one child, then somebody can take you a little bit easier. It's
The
the
reason
context of the way you say things.
the reason why I said it that way is because I wanted you all to get more familiar with my definition of submission. That's why I used that word, so you could get a context. That I felt that was an opportunity to say, like, this is the submission that I'm talking about, you
Well,
know. And
okay,
it's not about it's not about wash your dishes, bitch. It's not about stand on that corner. No, it's for situations like this. So that's why I use those words in that way.
okay, so this is where it's a little off at two right here with me, because when I just explained to you what do I associate submission with, I never said anything about having kids. I don't feel like that. I mean, I feel like that's a talk that should be had before y'all even go any deeper. You should know if this woman want to have kids or not, any more kids or not. That's a talk that should have been had before y'all even said I do at this point.
Absolutely. I mean,
Okay,
and I
so,
and
so I'm
I would recommend that everybody, and that's what I'm talking about. It's about the destination.
and that's a
So you would make your destination clear before you get into a marriage, definitely.
Yeah, that's a no go for me when it comes to that, because like I'm not willing to compromise on having any more kids.
Okay.
So you can say like, that's no go for me.
Can I say
Yeah.
something real quick?
Go ahead, cheese.
Brother man, you saying you want a woman to be submissive and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Really how I feel about being submissive is like you want to have a control over that woman. I don't want to control my woman. You know what I'm saying? I want to love my woman. You feel me? That's
Oh,
what that's what a real man want to do. He wants to love that woman. He don't want to take control of her. You know what I'm saying? And tell her what to do and how to do things. Cause she's
Well,
grown just like you grown. You know what I mean?
okay, I understand what you're saying, but the thing
Hmm.
is that those two things aren't mutually exclusive.
Yeah.
A person can love
Hmm.
a man can love a woman and have control over her, or
hmm
a man can love a woman who is submitted to him. Those two things aren't exclusive. Just because she's submissive, that doesn't mean he don't love her.
Alexis, I thank you for letting me up. I really just want to say something really, really quick here. I was listening in the bushes, and I'm going to just be honest. What he is saying is exactly what my father says to me, as far as pushing me towards marriage, how a woman should operate. And that's only because my father and my stepmother operate that way. She is submissive to him. And I see the dynamic of how that works. I don't agree with some of the things that may be said, or like I feel like maybe she can say something and butt in. But he tells me in that sense, I am her husband. And if she trusts me as her husband, then I go through the Lord. So I get my guidance from the Lord. I then pass that guidance down through her. She passes it down through her children. That's how you should operate. You shouldn't question, a lot of that goes on if you say you trust your man. So I disagree with my father a lot on that until I understood what he was saying. So what you're saying, game changer, sounds like what I've been hearing, through the advice of my dad, as far as the submissiveness. It's not necessarily the control part. And I think that comes from the toxic femininity that we've been seeing in America. They've been pushing this narrative that women should be stronger, they should make more money, they should be equal as men, and we're not equal as men. We are not them. We should be treated softly at all times. So you should always want to be under your man, not above him or equal to him, because you're not equal to him. You both make one, but he has a job and a role that a woman cannot fulfill. And that's just how I saw that. So, yeah.
No, I mean, I definitely agree with your father, and I'm glad that you took to his teachings. But yeah, it's not that we want anything wrong or that we want something significantly different than what we and other societies had before. And and I think that there's some confusion because, and you're right about the feminist aspect, and I think that Black people, particularly Black women, really need to stop and ask themselves and do a before and after comparison, and ask themselves, what has feminism done for me? What have I gotten from feminism?
Exactly.
Because before, I mean, like when was Howard University founded? Like, 50 days after slavery or something like that. Black people were killing it because we had strong families. We had our own universities, we had our Black Wall Streets, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But, at the crux of it, we had functioning families. And I'm old enough to have seen it with my grandparents' situation, as I described. But what do we have now? We have both men and women dying alone, and we have children with half families. If that, like, this is we haven't gotten anything from feminism but the illusion of independence, and it is an illusion. It's not like y'all not in the kitchen. I mean, it's not like you don't find yourself eventually barefoot and pregnant. It's just that the women are
Oh,
finding
hold
themselves.
up now. Hold up, sir. Hold up.
Okay,
Oh
Now
shit.
you hold up.
I'll hold up. Go
Mm.
ahead.
Th- I'm gonna say this with all due respect,
Hmm.
but you talking to a woman right now who don't have not one child, okay,
Okay.
and been married almost 25 years. And
Hmm.
that ain't how women have to roll. And there are women who do make more than their husbands. There are women who chooses not to be what you call barefoot and pregnant because of the lifestyle they choose to live, and that was a common denominator between the two of them when they was discussing marriage. So it's about compromise. It's about he give, I give. We don't tell each other what to do, and sound like it's a lack of respect when you say your definition of submission. And
Okay.
I want you to explain that to me because
Okay. Well,
I'm
just
trying to
just to be clear,
I'm trying to
yeah, no
figure out
worries,
what you
no
call
worries.
submission.
And that's what I've been explaining the whole time. And in fact, I was explaining that in further detail just now. But I want to
Well, wouldn't
ask
you
you,
rather say that's your opinion and that's not the definition?
everything I say without numbers in it is an opinion, man.
Okay.
But
Just clarifying it. That's your opinion. Go on. And
everything a
how long you
person
been married?
says,
How
everything
long
a
you been
person,
married?
no, I've never been married. Everything a
Never.
person says
How
without
old are
numbers,
you?
everything a person says without numbers in it is an opinion. Now,
Yes,
I
okay.
do want to ask you something though.
Mm-hmm.
You said you have no kids, so
None.
and you said that you compromised with your husband. How many kids did he want?
My husband has two kids. Well, they
No.
grown. They grown men.
Okay, so how many kids did your husband want from you?
None.
So where's the compromise?
I didn't want none either.
No, that's an agreement. That's not a compromise.
Okay, but the compromise is if I choose to go to work, he's okay with that. And if I don't want to go to work, he's okay with that.
That, well,
Mm.
because it's an either or situation, and first of all, that's done when the woman is submissive or not,
Right.
as I was explaining to Alexis earlier. But I mean, because it's an either or situation, that's not really a compromise.
It it's conducive for us, is what I'm saying. In a
I
marriage, you
understand
have to
that. And I also
but you
explained to
also have
Alexis,
to also respect your
that
partner.
I
Right.
also stated to
You have to
Alexis,
respect your
I also
partner.
stated to Alexis that
And you
even
have to
when a
make your
woman
partner
is
feel
submissive,
comfortable as well.
That's what
But
I'm
even
saying.
when
It's not just
submissiveness is
one
not about
sided. You submissive
disrespect.
to me, and I'm just going to, I just be the submissive wife, and I'm going to end up in the kitchen. No, that's not that. I mean,
But
no.
being
wait, do you
Because
subliminal
see,
not
has
I
cook?
heard
nothing to
bits
be
and
with being
pieces.
disrespected.
Okay, do you
You
not
can be
cook? Wait,
submissive to your
right quick.
husband and
I'm
your
very
husband not
submissive.
disrespect you. Submissiveness,
I'm
think of it like
very
this. A
submissive.
woman that is submissive will wake up, she will make sure breakfast is ready. If her husband calls, she's at his beck because she's his wife and she knows there's things that she can do that he cannot do. That is submissiveness. If she has to go to him to make decisions on certain things, that's submissiveness. But there's no disrespect in that. That's respect for your
No,
husband
I'm not,
and knowing
DT.
his role under God. I think a lot of people forget that part that comes from the Bible. I mean, we do come from
It, but
men rib. We're not their equal. I understand what you
we're
mean when
not
you
we're
say,
not their equal, but we
I,
do have that. We
I
do.
understand what you mean
The
when
the
you say
Bible
rib.
also
My
did
stepmother,
never
I'm
tell you
telling you,
one time to
I know the
disrespect
experience.
your
My
wife.
stepmother makes more, way more money than my father, but she is very submissive with her money. She does not spend her money like she wants without consulting my dad. It's not a disrespect. It's a
I didn't.
respect for
I'm
their
not
marriage.
saying. Breathe, Sabrina. I'm coming. I'm
But
coming
I'm
because
just
I
trying to
agree
get
with.
it out because when I
No,
cut off, I lose my train of thought. So I was trying to
Yeah,
make
and
sure I
okay,
you do
didn't
that
baby.
a
lose
That
lot.
my thought.
okay. But what I'm saying is, I get that with the Bible because I'm very good and knowledgeable in the Bible as well. And yes, you do supposed to be, to a certain extent.
The
You
Bible
are
say
supposed to
certain
play
extent.
your role, but where is the respect? That's all I'm asking you. Is when you gonna hit respect? Because it's stuck at submission and it's not enough respect.
But
Okay,
that's
well
the
let's
thing.
do
What
this.
is
Let's do
the
this.
disrespect?
I was
Yeah,
asking
That's
him.
where I'm
I'm asking
confused. Where is
him.
the disrespect in
no,
being
I
submissive?
agree. No, I agree with her question because I was going to ask that. I mean, what you're doing is you're assuming that with submission there's a implied disrespect,
Mhm.
No,
and
I was going by what you said. It's
I
not.
didn't say
It's
that.
not. I
I didn't
agree with
wait.
the
What did I say
submission.
about disrespect? Excuse me.
No,
What did I
you
say?
didn't say it.
So
You
what do you
didn't
mean
say
you was going by what I said?
because you
Not
said with submission, the woman is
control.
this and she's that. Yes, you was basically saying basically like she don't have a choice.
Yeah,
She
Um,
don't
he
have a
did kind of
choice.
do that.
okay. Here's the thing. This is only going to work if all participating parties are listening.
Okay.
And because what happened was, when I was speaking to Alexis, I made it clear that it's not about disrespect. I even used the example of the gentleman who was a who claimed to be at least a pimp, as an example of how power can be abused or in a disrespectful way. So there is nothing like that. And I also gave a scenario of compromise where a woman was bringing up 10 children versus a man who wanted one. I gave significant examples of what I meant by submission. So for you to come here and constantly interrupt and say what submission after it's been clearly stated means that you're not listening. It's not fair to me. And you also interrupted the lady in the bottom right corner
Oh,
a lot in doing that. It's not, you know. But I mean, I'm happy that you're in your situation. But I mean, it is a part of it. And then you talk about the Bible. The Bible also backs up what we say on that.
You been bottom left though, bro. But all I wanted to say is, man, when you said something about control, you can't say that, man, around black women like that, because black women don't like that word. You feel
Well,
me?
that's something that, well, right
That's
quick,
there's
and
no disrespect, no
I
disrespect,
agree. No,
no
I see what you're
disrespect.
saying,
But I'm
but
just saying,
I
you
see what
know,
you're saying, brother. But I think that that's something that many black women, from a cultural perspective, have to work on, or else they're going to find themselves behind in quality of life and quality of family.
ooh.
oh shit, let me get down.
I understand what you're stating without taking it personal, only because it's facts. Sometimes it's hard for us to wrap our minds around trigger words or words that make you feel like somebody is coming at you. But I
Right.
understand what you're stating, only because you're saying literally the same things my dad talks to me about every time I go see him. I am never held with, being literally like kidnapped for a couple of hours while he talks to me about this stuff. And I'm constantly like, Dad, why do you keep telling me the same thing? He's like, you want to be a good wife? Like my wife, you'll do these things. And I'm just like, I don't know about some of the stuff, but I understand. And hearing you reiterate it just tells me more that we do have some work, to do as far as communication, because a lot can be heard and healed through communication. So, yeah. But I hear everybody. I think we're just passionate about it. That's all.
Absolutely. I mean, I would like for us as a collective to focus on what's being said versus how it's being said. You know, but and then we can embrace more dynamic ideas and functional ideas into our community once we do that. But no, it's not a bad thing unless it's done with a bad person. But I mean, anything, if a bad person is involved, then any situation, whether it's submission or not, is going to be, it's not going to work for anybody involved. It's just not.
And I got one more thing to say, and I'm gonna drop down, Alexis.
Okay.
Uh, the only thing about this, you know what I'm saying? If you want a black woman, bro, you know what I'm saying? Don't try to control that black woman. You know what I'm saying? Love that black woman, cherish that black woman. You know what I'm saying? And respect that black woman. You know what I'm saying? Like she
Okay,
would respect you.
okay, brother. And I hate to interrupt, but once again, those two things
Hmm.
are not mutually exclusive.
Hmm.
You can love and respect and have all of these feelings for someone that you, I'm gonna use your words, control, or someone that's submitted to you. I can't. What, do you not love your children? What kind of crap is that? Like,
No, I
why do
get
you
what you're
assume?
saying.
Why do you? But you're working under the assumption. You're working under the assumption that if a woman is submitted to a man, that he don't love her. That's, I don't know where we got that from.
No, I'm not saying that he
And
don't love her
furthermore,
because of
and
submission.
furthermore, you mentioned that you're not going to get a black woman to do that. I don't require that the woman is black to do that. I would much
I think
prefer
you,
that.
I don't mean to interject, but I think you're
Mm,
taking his statements wrong. He
thank
just
you.
said, he's just giving you some opinions and tips just to say,
Thank you.
hey, don't try to control her, love her, respect her,
Thank
and
you.
things probably will go a little bit easier than trying to
Yes.
And I'm
control her.
saying that I
He's
will
not
do.
he's not
I'm
putting in the
saying that I
context
will
that
do both.
they belong side by side. He's just saying do those things. And if your
Right.
woman is submissive to you, even better for your situation.
Okay, understand this. It's not. First of all, it's not an option. Secondly, it's not a. The suggestion is don't try to control her, and that is a suggestion that I will not follow. Like, and I've explained why. And it's not that I'm misunderstanding what he's saying. It's just that I said this before he came on, and he said, you should love her, not control her. And I'm saying that these two things are not different. You can do both. I'm saying that I will
Why
do
would you want to? Can you answer me this? Why would you want to control someone?
only when it's necessary and only when it's needed. Why does a person want to control anything? I mean, to assure that the goal is met, I guess is the best answer.
Well, can I ask you a question now?
Sure.
So when do love come in?
Love is necessary also for the relationship to function.
Okay. So do you equate love being, the umbrella for a submission, respect, all those things and control as well? I mean, when do you have time to love? Because you running pretty much all of the relationship based on these things. So I just wanted to know, when do you love her? Or when do you know you love her? If she only does the things that pleases you, when do you please her? And some of the things that she would like. So that's where the compromise come in. So I'm asking you, what do you call loving your wife without guidelines and the necessary things that you say are necessary?
Well, the things that a person does to assure that a relationship function is separate from how a person feels about another person. These are two separate things.
So the whole house is divided.
I agree with him.
Okay,
I know.
what do you mean divided?
I mean, I'm just saying, I know.
Is that you?
Okay.
I'm
Well,
saying
let's do this. Let's do this. The
everything that
definition.
I asked you divided. You said those are two separate things. Those are two, respect is two
What?
separate things. Compromise is two separate things. I'm just trying to
No,
see,
no.
when are
What I'm
you a
saying.
whole?
What I'm saying is, what makes the household function is separate from how the two people feel about each other.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. I'm
Put it
saying
like.
that I'm saying that two people can love each other in a dysfunctional household,
Mm-hmm.
and you can have a functional household where the people don't love each other.
Mm-hmm.
So these are two separate things. You're saying, where's the room for it? Where's the time for it? Like, where do you find time for love? I don't really understand that question because you don't really stop and it don't take additional time. I mean,
Right. You don't tell your
it's not
partner,
like
"I didn't love you today."
yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
you
Exactly,
love
but
them
I'm going
regardless.
to love you at 5:30 and between 5:30 and 6:45. I mean, I don't know what you mean when you say where do you find the time for that?
I'm just asking because I never heard you, put it into, you said these are the things that you like. And I'm not coming at you any kind of way. So if you feel like that, I apologize because that's not my intention. I'm not being disrespectful. Maybe my tone may come out like that, but that's not me. I'm just asking you a question because I would like to know because I wasn't here. I heard some of it when I went back and listened this morning on your views, but that's the only word that I heard is submission and submission and submission. So I'm like,
Okay.
when
I,
does he love his wife? And when does his wife have a choice in anything in the
I,
household? So can your wife come to you and talk to you and say, you decided, just for an example, you decided you want a new car. So those are one of the things that you would go to her and you would ask her opinion, or would you just take it upon yourself to get the car that you want without listening to the reason why she doesn't want that car?
no, I would
Or
definitely listen to the reason why she doesn't want the car.
so her needs, she can come to you and express her needs is what you're
Yeah.
saying. And if she don't agree with you, I mean, how would you go about it?
Well, I mean, if she state a rational case on why we don't need a new car, then I would not get the new car. But if she doesn't, and or I feel that it's in the family's best interest to have a new car, then I'd get a new car.
Mm-hmm.
For example, right? Say we have a car, and one of our children become of age, and I feel that it's necessary that that child has a functioning, safe vehicle,
Mm-hmm.
and I state that okay, I want him or her to have a Volkswagen. Um, I do know that this person is capable of saving up and buying their own car, and they probably won't buy one they won't buy a car that's as safe as the one that I would buy for them. It's in the best interest of the family that we buy this particular new car. And if she was to say, a reasons, perhaps even economic, on why we shouldn't do it, and I feel that this is a sound reason, then I would go with that.
Okay.
Can I ask him a question? What's his name? Game Changer.
Yes,
Hey, how are you?
I'm well. Thank you for asking.
Absolutely. So I have a question. You said that you want to control when it's necessary. So can I have an example of when you feel like it's necessary to be in control? Like,
Um,
Oh, can I answer?
sure, I
no, you
can.
can't. You
No, I
can't.
could I could give an answer to that question. So there was, and I see it through friends' relationships and stuff like that. So I'll use that as an example. A friend of mine, wife choose to homeschool, and homeschool their children because they don't like the influence, and for their own reasons, which works in certain situations. Now the problem is that, and I know this because I tutor them in her children, or their children, I should say, in mathematics. And what I notice is that the children are very bright. However, the parents' education level is not really enough to get the kids over a hump, and I can only be there so much to help them with that. So I do feel that it would be in their, and I'm doing this for free. They can't afford a private tutor, but I'm a friend of the family. I if I were in his situation, I would suggest public schooling with strong parental controls over bad influences, because that's why they don't want to do that. I would suggest that that would be a situation where I would, if I were in his situation, and I couldn't tutor math myself, then I would definitely
But
suggest that.
this is in your relationship though, right? So if you feel like you have to have like a control over somebody, that doesn't allow for a person to actually be themselves. So you're not even getting that full person, and they're not able to be their true self with you because they have this mindset of you're in control. So they're not even able to be free. I mean,
Okay.
listen, a lot of what you're saying, I'm gonna just be real. It's old school. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yes.
this new generation of women, we got our own. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I
So it's
agree.
like you have to give me what I give you. You know what I'm saying? It's not that's that ain't I mean a lot of this ain't gonna work.
Okay, so whatever this new thing y'all have going on, it's not working either. So,
Well, I mean, you said you
It
never
worked
been
for me for
married.
25 years.
I'm on
if you say so.
15.
Oh, I
Okay,
know so.
okay.
What's up with me? You don't like me? I've been
No, no,
nice and
I
quiet
no.
to you.
Okay, here's the thing. I don't know if it worked. How the inner workings of your situation? I don't. So if you say so, I have to believe you.
No, Lupac, he's not. He's not.
He's not.
But no,
Um,
Nevertheless, the example that I gave you was of a situation. It wasn't of. I'm not in the example that I gave. This is how a person would, control a situation, not the person. I mean, she's still free to be whoever she is, but
but you know
but this
what?
situation will be handled
It
this way.
sounds like it to you, right? Because you're not that person. You see what I'm saying? It sounds like
No,
it to you because you're not that person that is being controlled. You're in control. So it's
Yeah.
gonna sound like that to you. You know what I'm saying? But it's
But does a
this.
man not have control in the bedroom? Like there are ways where a man has full control over you. And
Wait,
I
wait, wait,
think
wait,
when we
wait.
looking at
What?
control,
So,
What?
we
but
thinking
that's
of
not
like
true
go sit
though.
down, no,
Hold
go
on,
be
Brina.
quiet, go cook
Hold on,
dinner,
Brina.
go.
That's not true
That's
though. So, do you never have control in there?
oh, I like to lose control. I don't want the control over
I,
him in the bedroom. No,
I
he
most
want
has
women
full
don't.
both.
reign, full
Yeah, most
reign,
women don't.
I want
full reign.
both
So I,
because
but that's
that's
that's what I'm
what.
saying. Some women like both, but when you ask
Yeah,
him what form would a man want control, he already gets control in a lot of aspects, and we don't even think of it as control. We don't even know that that's being controlled. We don't
yeah,
even know. We
because
don't even think of it like that.
it is because the way that it's done. Um, it's not looked at like that, and I think we all know that. You know what I'm saying? But you said it's born if you are in control, but
I haven't go far enough.
why is it not equally satisfying to you
It is
both?
equally
Exactly.
satisfying. Sex is equally satisfying. Do you not get satisfied during sex?
But
Man,
you just went over my whole question.
No, I answered your question. I mean, because you asked why couldn't it
I'm
be equally
saying if
satisfying.
whether the man or the woman is in control, why did you know I'm saying like
In my
we
experience
both
as a man,
equally
most women are not satisfied in sexual situations that they control.
right. That's
mm.
Mm-mm.
statistics.
Okay.
That's statistics. That's numbers.
And
That's
anecdotally, I mean, that's just my personal
I'm
experience.
so happy I'm not a number.
who
And
you
a
is not.
person.
You got a whole social security number. Cut it out. Cut
I'm
it
so
out.
happy because baby I'm not in that number.
Okay.
Not.
It
No,
only
I mean,
takes 375 people to make a statistic true. It doesn't take. It doesn't have to be millions of people to make a
Well,
statistic.
they didn't ask me.
You right. Yes, ma'am.
For real. This
Hey,
no,
game
but
changer,
what?
can I ask
I'm
you a
gone. Y'all have a
question?
good night.
Can,
Yeah, yeah, go for it.
Wait, who is this on the
can,
side of me? I at least want to know your name. Who is this on the
oh,
side of me?
That's Special K.
That's Miss Special K. Hi, Miss
they
Special
didn't.
K. I had no idea. I said she tearing my ass up. I'm gonna
How
shut
do
up
you
though.
define leadership? Thank you, game. Thank you, Rich. Thank you. I like to hear this.
Good question. I would say that it's part being a part of a command structure where one follows the other. The leader is the one being followed, and the follower is the one that's following the leader.
So, in a relationship, do you consider yourself a leader?
Yes.
And that person that you're with, do you consider them a subordinate?
If you want to call it that, yes.
Whew.
Mm.
Okay. Good leaders, good leaderships often are not the person that says, I'm right all the time. They often say, you were right, I was wrong. So if you can look at that and conceptualize it into a way to say that often leaders
are the ones they think of themselves as a subordinate versus that person that's always leading. And that what draws the subordinates to that person.
Okay. Jesus. Okay, we went over this, and what you're talking about in
Not
this.
during this conversation.
Yes,
So I
during the
probably
conversation. I mean, because basically the topic came up of, would I take suggestions and input from the woman that I'm with, and in every situation, I always gave an emphatic yes. I mean, we talked about the new car. We talked about the child, that's being homeschooled. We given scenario, and we talked about like how many children should one have. So, I mean, we talked about the situations of compromise and taking input from the person who you are leading. And the answer has always been the same, but you ask the question as if, like, oh, so you're not going to take the input? Why are y'all doing this? Listen, and I wish that the woman who was here a moment ago was still here because,
She in the chat.
okay, what do y'all think that I am taking a man is taking from a woman if he says something like, I think that our kids would be better off in public school than being homeschooled? Does it, what does she lose herself? Is part of herself having a kid that's being homeschooled? Because if so, what was she before she had children? I mean, I don't even understand where a lot of you are coming from, to be perfectly honest. I
Well,
don't.
I don't understand where you're coming from saying that, because to me what I'm hearing from you is that you're saying whatever you say has to be right. But
Why
if
do you
I
hear
come to you, if I'm your partner and you come to me and say, "Hey babe, I think our kids would be better off homeschooled." And I say, "No, I think they'll be better off in school, and these are the reasons why." You should have an open enough mind to say, "Okay, I think you're right, because if we homeschool them, not allowing them to be social. They're not allowed to do this. We're taking some sports away from them." So those different things. I'm not saying that homeschooling is bad. I'm not saying that public school is bad. I'm just saying every situation is not right for everyone. Submission looks different for every household.
Okay, this is
Exactly.
I Alexa, did I not say those exact words?
You may have said them yesterday because Alexa said that you guys were on a call yesterday, but I
What
wasn't a
was
part of that
what was that
conversation. So I'm
And I
just
wasn't
saying.
either.
Okay. So yes, but I did say it today because I was giving the example of the gentleman in the blue earlier. That submission to him would be completely different than how I would define submission. So I did say that today. I said a lot of things today. I also gave the scenario of I would listen to her input. I don't. And then when I said that you didn't listen to it, I repeated it just now, and you behaved as if I didn't say that. This is, I gotta say that this is very.
Okay,
I
we
don't
on.
know what to do
Let
with
me,
this.
sweetheart. I don't know how old you are, but we are on the call. We're not face to face. People take things differently on the phone versus face to face. I might have, when you was talking to somebody else, I may have put it on mute and did something else. So
Fair
that don't
enough.
say that I listen to every word that you're saying verbatim to understand what you're saying. So you have to understand it's four other people on this call besides myself. And sometimes when you're having a conversation because somebody asked you something, I may tune out because I did come on and say, "Hey, Alexis, I was in the bushes while I'm working." So while you're having that conversation with the other person, I'm tuning out doing something different, but then I tune back in. So is it wrong of me because I may not be listening to the whole conversation, then asking you something else? Maybe that is wrong, but however, I did not hear everything that you said. So
Fair enough.
forgive me on that part.
Fair enough. Unless you are interested in a tyrannical person, I wouldn't suggest that you submit to a tyrannical man. So let's start there. My form of submission and how I choose to run a household will not be a tyranny, and I would accept counsel from those, even the children. I would accept counsel for those who give it, and I would defer to the counsel when I feel is necessary to do so. So this scenario that y'all are creating every time you hear the word submission, where it's going to be my way, and I'm not even going to listen to a person. That's not how I choose to run, or how I choose to lead anything. It's not.
Okay.
Okay, can I ask you a question now?
Yeah, go for it.
Y'all not
Why
going.
aren't you? How old are you, and why aren't you married? I mean,
He's 40
Us
something.
women, bitch. That's why. He just told you why the fuck he's not married yet. Because he's looking
bec-
for the damn goddamn. Oh god.
Yeah. So what she says is true. The modern culture of women does not produce enough suitable mates for me to choose from. So there is that aspect of it,
okay,
and then there's the mistakes that I made in my youth that limited me from being married for at least my 20s. To where I didn't,
okay,
I wasn't eligible or qualified as a husband because I wasn't in relationship mode. So there is that aspect as well. Um,
you?
yeah, yeah.
What
So,
the mode you was in, game changer?
well, being in my 40s,
No.
no, I was going to explain. Being in my 40s, I came up in a very where a time where the culture influenced young men and boys in a very negative way. You had songs like "Down with OPP," "I Don't Want to Be a Player No More." Now, this
Oh yeah. Okay.
there was nothing really going on in society that encouraged um, young men to actually settle down. In fact, everything a young black man heard or seen was against that, except the Cosby Show. So, I kind of found myself wrapped in that, thinking that I can, bed hop for a significant period of time, and that the women,
You?
yes, me.
You? And I'm not being sarcastic, but you just don't give me that impression of
Well,
you know wherever you
I'm a
lay your
different
head
person.
is your home.
I'm a different person now.
Oh, okay.
No, no. So, I mean, everybody. I mean, no one is the same person. No one in their 40s is the same person that they were in their 20s.
Oh, so I know that, but I was just asking why had
No, no, no.
you
That's fair.
know?
No, that's a fair assessment. But no, I mean, this is benefits of wisdom. So, and I'm answering your question as honestly as I can. Why haven't I married? So, at the time that I should have, in my 20s, where I should have been looking for marriage, and my children would be adults by now, if I did so, I was encouraged, and I fell for the okie doke.
What do you mean by you fell for the okie doke?
Society was telling me to do something that wasn't in my best interest, but they convinced me that it was.
I'm lost.
Long term, player life is not in a man's best interest because, and I can attest to this, men find himself constantly, in order for a player to have sex every day, he has to seduce 365 women a year. In order for a husband to have sex every day, he simply have to convince his wife to do so. So it's really
Not always. I'm us down for it every day.
well, okay, then you're easy to convince. But I'm saying, it's not. So it's
You know,
really
I might just want to.
okay. Fair enough. Um, so I'm saying that it's not necessarily in the best interest. Now it seems that way when you're young and you have a lot of energy to do such things, but
Hmm.
and also coming from the boomer generation, which is the generation that precedes mine, is um, they had a divorce boom, and I thought that that particular lifestyle would help me avoid the mistakes of my father, who married young twice. Um, and it did. I don't have any divorces, but it caused another problem. Nevertheless, what she said is correct. It is, now that I know what I'm looking for, and I am the man that I need to be in order to have that. My greatest obstacle is the current culture of women.
So, I don't know if you already said this yesterday or what. Did you come from a two-parent home? Did you come from the type of home that you're aspiring to have with a mate type of
Uh,
home?
Yes and no. So my upbringing gave me a very unique perspective and one that has shaped who I am today. So my parents divorced when I was 3, and I lived with my father for a little bit of time. And because of the financial strains of the divorce, my father had to move in with my grandparents for a couple of years. In that time, I did see a functioning household, and this was a household where grandma submitted to grandpa. Um, I seen that functional relationship, and then my father remarried, and to a woman who wasn't submissive to him, and they soon after got divorced. And I seen a dysfunctional. So I seen both sides in my upbringing. I'm like, you know something, submission works. You know, grandma and grandpa happy marriage, mama and papa not happy marriage, mama or stepmama and papa not happy marriage, mama and boyfriend not happy marriage, mama and boyfriend not happy marriage, not mama and boyfriend not happy marriage, not mama and boyfriend. And I'm talking about over the course of 40 years plus. You know, this is the pattern that my mom, after divorcing my father, this is the pattern that my mom found herself into. So, you know, an intelligent person, which I am, would say, hey, you know, mom, you should have submitted to dad, or you should try submitting to some of these guys that you've been dating for the last 40 years. I mean, you know, so I really have like a bird's eye perspective of, you know, I'm glad that she, I mean, I'm sad that she left, but, cause somebody agrees with me on the panel, but, yeah, so like, it's a contrast. It's like, okay, one thing worked and the other thing didn't.
Okay, but so you saying it's mama's fault? Couldn't it have been the men?
Um, it could be both.
I mean, you just said, well, it's not working for her because you've seen mama go through this, and then mama, then you said, being that you're intelligent and you're looking, you said, Mom, don't you think maybe you ought to try submission? How about it could have been them?
No, I understand that. And I'm saying that it could be both. It could be both that, you know, she's not submissive, and that the guys that, hold on. Okay. It could be both that she's not submissive and the guys that she chose to be with are not adequate leaders. You know, like both of these things could be true. However, I do know that relationships that last, and this isn't just my grandparents, relationships that last consist of, you know, a competent leader for and a submissive counterpart.
So, can I ask you a question? You might have answered this already.
Mhm.
In your years of seeing that submissive relationship, did grandpa sit you down and say, this is how you're supposed to lead, your wife is supposed to be submissive, or you just saw through your eyes grandpa going to work, coming home, paying the bills, grandma cooking dinner, making sure he sit down, she putting his plate in front of him, when he's done she throwing his plate away, running his bath, and when he said, hey babe, I'm gonna give you XYZ dollars. Can you go to the grocery store tomorrow? Did you just see those things, or did grandpa sit you down and say, this is how it's supposed to happen?
No, I've seen it. Grandpa led by example when dealing with children.
But
Have
when
you ever
children are,
researched? I'm sorry, Special K, give me 1 second. Have you
you
ever
said,
researched the true meaning of submissive relationships, or where it came from, where it stemmed from?
Stems from the Bible.
yeah.
Mm.
What came
So
from the
I
what
said, did have you researched? You said it stems from the
that is
Bible, but have
research.
you really truly did research on that?
So it's Genesis chapter 3, verse 27.
Mhm.
Okay, pre-Bible days, have you researched where it stems from?
There it wasn't much going on pre-Bible days. Um,
There was a lot going on pre-Bible days.
Yes,
well,
it was.
okay, let's put it like this. The passage that I'm referring to, because it's Genesis, there were only two people in the world. So, like, didn't much happen before that?
But you applying. Adam and Eve to 2025, where women are totally different. Because when they first entered the Garden of Eden, they were perfect. Remember, they were perfect. So everything was gonna come. She, of course, she's perfect. She and he's perfect. So everything there was lovely, and that's how Satan come about, because he told her that you can eat from that tree after God told her to. So I'm trying to figure out where do you saying, it come from the Bible, because down in Ephesians, it also tells you too, parents, do not irritate your children. And it's telling a wife and a husband, and it's giving you the blueprint on marriage in Ephesians. Well, I got past Genesis. Let's go on down to Ephesians and read that. And it'll tell you how you know, you don't really treat your wife like a child. You said go on being submissive to your husband, but as well as the husband is to be as submissive to you.
It
Ephesians
doesn't
6.
say that.
Ephesians 6.
It does not say that.
You read Ephesians?
Yes. Well, I mean, I'm not going to try to
What
prove
is
a
okay?
negative.
What? Well, hold on, so we can go ahead and squabble with this one right here. What's the scripture? Special K.
Let me get my Bible because I want to quote the right one. Just a minute. Oh, well,
Oh,
y'all
I
can
was
keep
going.
talking.
I was going. I was going to the Bible. You know which Bible I was going to.
Well, no, I mean, why y'all talk about that? So that's my reference, but it doesn't really. We don't even have to go with the Bible. All of written history, this is how it's been done. And every time you stray from this particular template, there's a catastrophe for the community or society that strays. So, you stick with what works. This is just observational reality. I mean, like mice and experiments do that. Like if you put a mouse in a cage, and they know that if they touch one lever, they get shocked, and if they touch another lever, they get a treat. Then they figured out what works. We as a people have seen that families worked better under this template, and outside of the template, families are in disarray, which is the modern Black community. But yet we still keep pushing the wrong lever. I admit, that I fell under false advice or bad advice in my younger days, but I've moved past that. I don't know why others, I mean, and deep down, y'all know that this isn't working. Like this whole, strong, independent, et cetera, et cetera. It doesn't yield anything positive.
You ready?
Go for it.
Okay. Starting at 1 Corinthians 11:3, the Bible basically says, because earlier when we were all speaking, um, you and Brina were saying that the Bible said this, and the Bible said that's why I referenced back to the Bible. But the
Okay.
Bible command, it says in 1 Corinthians 11:3, the Bible commands the husband to exercise his headship unselfishly, putting his wife's benefit ahead of his own.
Hmm.
Then you go to Ephesians 5:25 says, husband, continue loving your wives, just as the Christ
Jesus
also loved
love.
the congregation, delivered up himself for it. Husbands, who follows Christ's supreme example of love, rejects a self-centered exercise of headship.
Hmm. I agree with that. Now, it doesn't mention that the husband should submit to the wife, as you stated, but he did say that the husband, the head, as the Bible says, the head should lead in a way that benefits both of them. I agree with that 100%. Nowhere there does it say that the man should submit to the woman at all.
It says that she is the partner, is your partner.
It did not. It
Does
said that he's the head.
It said, does a wife's subjection require her to be completely passive? Consider Sarah, cited in the Bible as an example of obedience to her husband, Abraham. Sarah was the perfect wife.
So, I mean, again, it doesn't, okay. the Bible, it's riddled with the man being the head. But for whatever reason, and I don't get this, why are, pious women refusing submission when the Bible clearly
The
states,
Bible,
like
it
in
does. I
almost
was
every.
actually telling you that's when it said to exercise. It says that, but it also says that unselfishly, like your wife is your partner. She's not you, you're the head. And yes, in your household, you can have the final say. But what I'm saying is, it's it's saying clear as a bell that a wife is your partner, not your control item. That she got to be submissive. It goes both ways, is what
I
I'm saying.
Okay. I didn't hear or see in that passage where it said partner, but nonetheless, the man is the head and the woman is to follow the man. I mean, it says that as clear as your passage as it does in Genesis. It's unwavered. I mean, there's nothing about the man submitting to a woman. It is telling a man how he should lead, and he should lead in the best interest of both in all parties. And I agree with that. Like when I describe my leadership, it was always in the best interest of man, woman, and children. So I don't get it. I don't get what this pushback is to submission when the Bible clearly says that the man is the head.
It says that the man is the head, and I never said it wasn't. But at the end of the day, your wife is a to find a. The Bible also says to find a wife is a good thing as well. You not agree?
I do agree.
Okay, so for you saying that a woman has to come totally under you, she no longer has guidance over herself. She has to only submit to her husband, and and there's no. If you say it, you said that you all will sit down and have a conversation about something, and you will listen to her, and you will take her um, suggestions into considerations. But what Rich asked earlier, and you didn't give me a clear answer on that. When you said she asked you, "What if your wife had make valid points?" and she says this, that, or a third, and you just can't, you don't see no other way, or do you take her points into consideration and you say, you know what, you're right. You
Okay,
make good points. Will you
we've
tell
we've
your wife
given
that?
we've given at least three examples where I said that I would do just that. The first example was the one where she wanted one kid and I wanted 10 kids. The second example was the homeschooling example, and the third example was the Volkswagen example. So I don't know. Once again, I've already explained that. Um,
Okay, you
every
did, but I wanted to just ask after the Bible situation came up, and you
well,
said
the
that
Bible
Bible
situation.
clearly said that she's to be submissive, and the Bible does say a wife is supposed to be submissive, but it didn't say that a husband has to be a dictator, basically.
Nor did I say a husband should be a dictator, but
But that's the context we're getting.
I think that you're confusing the word, and many people do this. I see that they're doing this in the chat while they're calling me a dictator, which I am because I have a dick. Yeah, never mind, joking. But no, I think that people are confusing the word dictator with tyrant. Um, but dictation is simply a form of leadership. There's participation, delegating, and dictating. So, and yes, that it's one of the many tools of leadership that I would use. I gave the example of how my grandfather, he led by example, at least the children, and his teachings took root.
Hmm.
But yes, just because sometimes I would use the tool of dictation, that doesn't mean that I would be a tyrant.
Well,
There's
everybody have
different,
their interpretations.
yeah, they do definitely. And if you go down the rabbit hole and really do your research on submissiveness, the word submissiveness really started with sexual. It was in the sexual position of two people being together and who is taking control in the lead. It really does not play a part in a relationship. And the reason why I asked
Well,
you,
if sex
did
plays part in a
grandpa teach you?
relationship,
That goes
I'm
under
sorry.
dominant.
well, I
Yeah,
mean, if
dominant and
sex plays
submissive.
part,
That's why the word dom and
Hmm.
sub. So that's why I asked you about, did you take from your grandfather's words, or did you look at what was happening?
if you're asking if I ever watched my granddad fuck my grandma, the answer is no.
No, I did not. I just said
No.
that
Oh,
the
that's
word submissiveness come from a sexual situation.
And
I
did I
just
learn
said the
from my
reason why
grandfather
I
from
asked
watching?
you
Okay.
about your grandparents, did your grandfather sit you down and teach you what he thinks submissiveness is, or did you learn by seeing? I didn't say that you
His
looked
action.
at your grandparents.
Let me ask something real quick so I can get there. I just want to know, game changer.
Yeah.
How big is your dick?
Lord, brother.
Speak to
yo.
Um.
Jesus.
Okay.
I just want to
So
know how big your dick is because then that's going to tell me everything I need to know because it's going to change the game. How big
okay.
is your dick?
Okay. Fair enough. I have measured it, but I'm not going to give the measurements. What I will say is that I haven't got complaints about the size of it.
Did
So
you get complaints about the motion of it?
yes.
Oh,
Oh,
so you know how to work it.
so that's why you not so that's probably why you single, not married. You want to be in control because you know what I'm saying?
That
Yeah,
has
I
a lot
mean,
to do with it.
Yeah,
you know what I
definitely
mean?
have
So I
a lot
just wanted to ask that question. Okay, I heard enough. I'll talk to y'all later. Lex, hit me up. All right, love y'all. Peace.
definitely
That's
prove
a syndrome. That's a syndrome there. I'm just being politically correct. That is a syndrome, the little man syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think that applies to the size of the human. Like Napoleon complex, who wasn't a tall man, not the size of his genitalia. Which, as I said, I didn't receive complaints about. There
How
isn't such
tall
a,
are you?
I'm 6'0". There isn't a stigma about the use of it. Listen, I don't really know how many women, you know, any of you ladies or the woman who was just here have fucked. But as a man who has fucked more than his fair share, I will say that y'all desires are extraordinarily diverse, unlike men. If you find a man that says that he has pleased every woman that he has been with, I would say that that man has been with very few women, or he's lying.
Okay, so how many complaints have you had?
Um, I don't know, but it's a direct correlation with the number of women that I've been with, and I'm not going to divulge either.
Okay, so basically, what you're saying it levels out, right? Complaints versus the women you've been with, right?
Yes, I have a pretty decent success ratio.
Okay, but okay, I said how many complaints have you got? Though?
Yeah, once again, it's proportionate, and to be honest, I really don't care.
Because I'm gonna be honest, sex has a lot to do with it too, honey.
It really
You
doesn't.
didn't get a call back.
Yes, if you didn't get a call back, yeah, you know it was because your sex. Yes, sex has a lot to do with it. I don't care what nobody says. Sex has a lot to do with a lot of things.
Well, here's why I don't care about stuff like that.
But
But
Because
you got to find a woman that does.
okay,
That cares about the same thing you care about, and you got to care about things that she care about, and it may be a big part of her decision of being with you.
well,
I
this
know
goes
it's a
into the
huge part.
this goes into the destination that we were talking about before.
Okay.
If a woman is submitting to a guy with good dick, then really her goals and destinations is just to be with somebody and get good dick indefinitely,
Hmm.
which doesn't really suit the long term goal that I'm looking for. So it's not going to be that type of relationships, and that I want. So it's
But
like, oh, and I have been with women. My most recent relationship,
how
was
long were you in it?
the most recent relationship. It was
Yeah.
less than 4 months.
oh, I see why. I see
Uh,
why now.
Uh, what's your longest relationship before then?
My longest relationship has been 7 years. So,
7 years.
mhm.
So she's the one of the ones that didn't complain. She went with the okay. I get it.
You was good to her, wasn't you?
No,
Mm.
it was a very tumultuous relationship, and it wasn't just because she was a bad person. It was also because I was a bad person.
So y'all was
Mm.
just toxic together, huh?
But the sex was good. So, which is why I don't really see value in women who base quality of relationship on quality of sex. There's always going to be a bigger dick than mine out there.
Mm.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
I'm gonna say this, Lex. Then I'm gonna drop down.
Okay, boo.
Everybody may not agree with everything that I may say and that I'm about to say.
I'm dropping
One,
with you.
submission is not agreeing on everything at all. It's respecting the decision of your partner and valuing their needs and desires. Also, it's
Exactly.
creating a dynamic balance where both partners feel valued and understood. Also, it's trusting in your partner to make decisions on behalf of the relationship, because if my partner is not there, I have enough respect and trust that he is going to do right for us as a whole, not just what's going to be right for him. That's what submissiveness should be. It's not about having control. I'm a nurturer by nature, so if I'm in a relationship, I can work all day, but I'm going to come home and cook a dinner and make sure my husband eats. Unless his ass is just lazy and just been at home all day not doing nothing, then I expect he need to be doing that. But if we both out there working, even if he's behind a desk and I'm still working hard, that's just me and how I operate. I'm gonna come home and make sure he has a good meal, and I'm doing things that I love to do for my relationship and my man. It's not about being in
Exactly.
control and saying, hey, this is what I feel is going to happen and this is what's going to happen. It's trusting that we are going to both have open minds to make the right decision for our relationship and our household and our children as a whole.
Partnership. That's a
Exactly.
partnership.
Yes.
And respect for one another.
Mm-hmm.
So
So,
that's how we were saying game changer. I mean, being that we are married, no complaints. Um, we were just saying we're trying to get an understanding, because I never come across someone so adamant, men about this is going to be this way or that way or whatever, and maybe that's because I never, really went with guys. Just I don't know, but anyway, in order to make a relationship or to have a relationship, you got to be open minded and you got to respect each other first. In marriage, I mean, if you go in, and I'm just a little tidbit you might want to take with you. Um, when you go into a relationship, or a conversation with whoever you're dating about anything dealing with a long term relationship or marriage, please don't go in leading with this right here. And I'm just speaking from a woman's point of view and married. This is not the way to go in to, woo a woman, because I would take off running, because it's like you're not open to change or let the woman show you a different way, because I can't run my relationship or my marriage off my grandmother and grandfather's marriage. They were married for almost 65 years when my grandfather passed, and they had a great marriage, I would think. But my grandmother always said marriage also comes with its things that they don't show you on the forefront. Is you don't know what grandmama and granddaddy talking about in the bedroom when they go to bed, pillow talk or whatever. You don't know what he over there, being submissive to grandmama, and grandmama, she played her role. She come out and they just, they're a united front. I mean, because they don't tell their children everything in every conversation that they have. So I'm just telling you, it is some compromising in a marriage. It is some. It's built up on compromise and it's built up on respect. And before I can love a person, I got to respect them at least. And if a woman don't feel like you respect her, she can't give you submissive and love. See, I know my husband loved me, so I don't mind doing things that,
Mhm.
that he liked or to make him happy because he does the same for me. And
Mhm.
I respect him because his drive is what kept us together as many years that he had that drive. He wanted to make it work. He does everything he can to show me on a daily basis that he loved me. And it's not all about, I know you're probably thinking gifts or whatever, but it's not about that. It's about the way he treats me and the way he talks to me. It's the way he longs for me. It's the way he look at me. All those things play a big part. You got to make a woman feel like a woman to get that submissiveness out of her. Because a
Mhm.
lot of women have been hurt.
Exactly.
A lot of women been hurt. You 40 something years old. You're not gonna go out and get some 20 something year old woman that never been with anybody and doesn't
Why
know
not?
how.
Why not?
You know. So you're gonna get
Wait,
some
wait,
women
wait.
with some
Why not?
damage.
Why not?
Why wouldn't you? Why
Well,
why
not the
why
last.
would you want a woman half your age so you can mold her?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh,
Look, so,
okay.
that's it. I ain't even got nothing else to say. I'm
So
done with the
that's
conversation.
basically
That's it right
that's where I
there.
was
He
getting
wants to
at.
control someone.
He wants to control. He wants to be
Yeah.
a
You
dictator
Mhm.
in
you
the
got it.
relationship.
Yeah.
Now we actually got the truth. I like that. You
Mhm.
finally told the truth. That's it. That's all we
Yeah.
need to know now.
If Buddy
He
wasn't a
Wait,
part of
wait.
this Western
he just got
culture,
his
he
views.
wouldn't be able to survive in Africa and a lot of those different countries and tribes and communities because we as women are in leaderships in most of those communities in Africa.
Which
So he
community?
wouldn't be able to. He's a part of the Western
Which community?
world.
Which
And
community? Which community?
brother, do your research. It's a lot of them that
I didn't make the
the leaders
assumption.
are
There
women.
is not. There is not. Any
Oh my God.
country, any country,
I need you
excuse
to
me,
do some
excuse me.
research.
No, no, I need you to do some research. I'm asking you this.
No, no, I need you
No,
to do some
okay,
research.
okay. Well, I tell you what. I tell you
How
what.
about experience?
My research and
That's the best
experience,
teacher.
my research and experience and travels, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, has taught me that each and every single civilization where the women led the household over an extended period of time is complete and total shit.
Mm.
Find a nation or a country where that has not been true.
Look up a lot of nations in
I
Africa.
have. And I haven't
Okay.
found one where that has not been true.
Have you ever lived there? Have you ever visited there more than a week?
No, because that place is probably a shithole.
It's not.
So,
Trust and believe. It's not.
okay, okay, listen. The place that I know about,
Wow.
the place,
Basically.
the place that I know about, that's somewhat like that is in the outlying border of Tanzania. Okay, where it was a bunch of jackass men, showing off their teeth and bulging their eyes out, hoping to get a piece from some stuck up bitches. Now,
Oh,
that was a complete
Well, just tell
shithole.
us who you really are, then game
Well,
changer.
well, understand this. That is a complete shithole because they live in actual shit. They actually live in huts that they
Hey,
have the. Yes, they do. They
oh,
actually live in huts
where
that
the
is
huts are?
made out of cow shit. I told you it is this tribe in the middle of Tanzania that nobody heard of. Like, but it's actually made of shit. It's literally a shithole.
What part you go to?
I didn't go there because I don't want to go and live in a shit hut. However,
Oh,
places like that are typically shitholes.
Hmm.
Oh
Wow.
wow.
You can't name
Mm.
a place. You can't name what was ancient Rome ruled by a bunch of bitches. No, like I
Wait,
mean, or the
why do they have
Greeks.
to be? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Why would they have to be
Wait.
bitches? First of all,
Why do
second of
they have to
all,
be bitches?
if it wasn't for women, none of this shit would be here because
I
we are
agree.
the birth of everything. So your ass wouldn't be here either.
I agree.
So
So you
why you saying that
So why?
everything because of what that's women led is a shithole?
Well,
You
it's not
got
because
life.
of the leadership that
You got life fucked
here.
up. You really do.
Okay, it's not because of female leadership that I'm here. It's because of their reproductive ability. You know,
but none of your relationships have worked out. So your logic may not be working for you.
well, that's
That's why
because
I'm
I'm not going
asking
to follow
you.
a
You
lot of
not
women
open
into a
minded?
shithole. I mean,
I'm not talking about the shithole. You was over here in America and standing on cement, and it still didn't work. So what now?
yeah, cement that men paved. Okay, I've already explained why it didn't work and my faults in that. So,
Okay,
but
so but are you willing? Are you
okay,
willing?
and also because she mentioned that women were, the reason why I am here is because of
Someone
misunderstanding.
carried you, a woman.
A woman who wasn't my age. So I think that that would be another reason to get with a woman half my age.
Oh wow,
Mm.
you like them young.
Well, I like them fertile.
He like them hot, the ones that
I,
like
I like them
to
fertile.
eat chicks while they come and they know
So
how to
you
fight.
you you,
Right?
I
you
like I like them fertile.
well go
You
to
like
Thailand somewhere and get you one of them women that wash your feet and all that. You ever thought about that?
I have.
Okay, well they not shitholes.
Have you been?
Yeah.
Okay. So I have ventured to other countries, and yes, there are a lot more younger, wifeable women in these places,
Mm-hmm. So your woman has to be submissive and passive, right?
and fertile.
Fix it, Jesus. So
Now,
hmm
you
brother,
just
man, you know you can't be coming up here saying the B word like that, bro, with a chat full of women. They gonna get your ass.
I don't understand this fear men have of women. I really don't.
We see. Go ahead. Um, when you were describing when you were describing women ruling or what being a stuff, you kept saying bitches, and I mean it was a little
that's
distasteful.
disrespect.
And
That's
right,
disrespect.
that's leading. Um,
Oh,
women
oh
can.
my.
I mean,
Okay.
women can lead. Let's just cut it out because to be honest, um, it was women that was leading this country behind their husband. The husband was the forefront of it, but it was the woman leading it. She was the one doing making the rules, making the so let's just be for real. Women are good leaders.
Exactly. You know what they
Oh,
say?
I
Behind every good
personally
man is a good
yeah.
woman.
behind,
Y'all
Yeah,
I
yeah,
personally
meaning
but
that
you,
he is leading.
what I
Meaning
see
that he is leading.
well game
uh,
change my opinion with you, and this is just my opinion. It almost like you want a woman to be in the house barefooted and pregnant.
Do you know a
yeah,
better way to have kids and clean carpets? I mean, like, isn't that what everybody wants? Like, I mean, it.
Who wants to be first of all, do you have to carry a child for 9 months?
Okay,
Do you have to wait? Do you have to go through all the different things that a woman has to go through when she's giving childbirth? Do you know a woman can actually that is the thing that can also kill a woman is giving birth to your child.
I do understand.
exactly.
Yes,
I mean, so respect the game when it comes to certain things. Don't
I do
no,
appreciate a woman's
but you're
reproductive
saying you
ability.
want to keep a woman barefooted and pregnant.
Once again, like, first of all, if I appreciate her reproductive ability, then I would want to use it. Secondly, I want clean
And why do
carpets.
you want to use her reproductive system so bad? Are you trying
So,
to
so
take it?
humanity doesn't cease to
How many?
exist.
No, no, no,
And
no.
clean
What?
your own carpet. How about that? Or get
Well,
you a
I mean, if
maid.
she's barefoot, then I wouldn't have to clean the carpet as much.
Whew.
Oh wow! Listen, I'm asking you, why do you want her to
Do
have?
y'all
Okay,
keep y'all shoes on?
kids? How many kids do you want? Game changer.
4.
Okay, and what all do you want when you have a child? What do you want that
I'm
sex
gonna
to be?
tell you now, they're gonna run away.
What,
But go ahead.
what's the sex of the child you want this child to be?
Three boys and one girl.
My point exactly. You want them boys to carry on that legacy with you, right?
Well, you only need
I
one for such
refuse.
a thing.
Say what?
I said you only need one for such a thing.
Mm-mm.
So they
What
gonna
do
carry.
y'all have against being barefoot and pregnant?
What
Say,
do you have? You hadn't offered nothing appealing about it. I mean, you hadn't. If I'm gonna be home barefoot and pregnant, I'm gonna live the way I want to live. I'm gonna do when I want to do. I'm gonna go when I want to go, and I'm gonna give you some when I want to give you some. That's what I got against it. Is
Oh,
that
what the
ender
hell?
for you?
I got a question.
No,
Andrew,
it
how
shouldn't be
Okay,
enough for
then.
anybody.
So that's what you asked. What we got against it? That's what I
mm,
got against it because I left my daddy's house. So why I'm gonna come and move in with
that's
my
the
daddy?
that's the point, and it's a lot with you game changer, your views and everything. A lot of it has to do with control. And if
Yes.
you just throw that word out the window, because you'll never be able to control a woman fully.
Let me ask him this: do you want a man to control your mama? I'm just asking now, brother. Would you feel comfortable with a man controlling your
Yeah.
mama?
Yes.
Oh, you would. Oh, okay,
Yes.
okay. Never mind. Okay.
Mm. Okay, so I have a
You
question.
biracial?
Now
No.
I have a
Okay.
question. How many times has your heart been broken?
Never.
Your heart never been broken. A woman never broke your heart. She
That's correct.
never,
Yes.
never.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, and how many black women have you dated?
Um,
Not mixed,
have
not
I been on a single date
black
with?
or anything, not mixed with anything. Straight black.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, you
Look.
have to know.
No, I don't. I don't look at these. Listen,
Yeah,
I've been.
you can tell how many black women you have dated. Like, let's
I
cut it
most
out.
certainly cannot.
Okay, so how many foreign women have you dated?
I don't know either. Listen, I
How
don't. Okay,
many have,
put it like this. Put it like
I'm
this.
believe he didn't date anyone. I feel like almost
Okay. No, no, no. I'll put it like this. Um,
feel like you're a virgin.
asking how many asking how many black women I have dated is like asking me how many slices of cake
Because
that
you have
I have eaten in
thing
my
about
entire life. I have no idea. Okay. At 15, I counted to like 12 and then I just gave up on counting in general. I'm not the guy from Wayne the Excel that just keeps a tally of such things. What I can say is that I have been with a not insignificant amount of black women. I don't care if they are mixed or not. Some of them are light skinned and not mixed, and some of them are light skinned and mixed, and I don't know because I don't care because the good is good, regardless.
so you haven't been with that many because you said not a significant number, right? So that
Not
means
an
you
insignificant number, meaning that the number is significant. I know it was a double
So what's
negative.
your preference?
Huh?
oh I can tell you that. His preference is an Ethiopian woman.
She's right. My
Huh?
physical preference is Ethiopian.
And that's his ideal foreign woman, right? He don't want a big woman, whether white or black. Any right, he does. That's him. And but his ideal woman, as far as being controlling and submissive, he wants an Asian woman because they are the most submissive women in the world. That's what.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So you mean to tell me you black and you don't know how many black girls you dated? Black women
Thank
you
you,
dated?
Keys. That's what
I'm
What
I
just
the
saying because I know
hell
how
is
many
wrong?
I dated. Now I'm just
How
saying
many?
I done dated
How
like
many?
12. So I'm
yeah.
just saying, brother man.
You know the number because you don't want a black woman. So those
No,
black women
no,
did a number on you.
no. Here, I
Or
didn't
you
say I
don't
didn't.
like the fact that
Well, first of
you
all,
can't control black
okay.
women.
First of all, Ethiopian women are black, but
Yeah, but they from a
secondly,
whole different culture.
okay, yeah, and I
You trying to
do
get
prefer that about
the
her.
bone bitch over there in Africa with with one stuck in her nose and she
So,
out there
just to be
barefoot
clear,
with
just to be clear,
no shirt
just to be
on,
clear, you use the
toting
word
buckets
bitch.
of water.
Just to be clear, you use the word bitch, and she don't have to tow buckets of water, but I would like if she had fruit on her head. Now, to you, just like you, I stopped counting at 12. It's just that I reached the number 12 when I was 15. So it's more than 12, brother. Get more
Okay.
than 12, and then you'll see that you'll lose count too.
Okay. I got you. But hey, I know how to be one for a long time. I ain't gotta, you know what I'm saying, skip and hop to the next woman, you know what I'm saying, each and every time.
I,
Hmm.
I'm gonna be honest. You say you haven't had your heart broken, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I believe you absolutely have had your heart broken.
I agree, Alexis.
By the
Holy crap.
by the way, it didn't even have nothing to do with races. About a race at this point, the way you talk down on a woman, you have had your heart broken by a woman. And I really believe the woman that actually broke your heart is a black woman. And I believe it's your mother. And that's why you are acting the way you are acting and saying the things that you are saying. Because we have to be for real here. Our first broken heart comes from usually one of the parents.
Exactly.
So let's just,
Research said that too.
I believe one of the women broke his damn heart. That's why he
I
act the way
believe
he
his
act.
father actually broke his heart. And he is very
I'm just
close
saying.
to the black woman because he actually did say yesterday that black American women, which his mother would be, I believe, right?
Yes.
Okay. Um, he said Dominican Republican women are basically any woman is beautiful than a black woman.
No, I said that black women are in the middle.
In the in the middle. It is some beautiful, gorgeous black American women.
Exactly, Creation.
Okay.
So why would they be in the middle?
When
You
we
have
talk about collectives, we're talking about the collective. The collective beauty of black women is in the middle. The collective beauty of Ethiopian women, which is also black but not black American, is at the top. That's how that works.
So are you doing a study or something? Because it's like you
I'm a man.
not
Of
hearing
course I am.
hearing what she's saying,
Man, you
and
took the
she's
words right out of
right.
my mouth.
That's
So
Listen,
how that's
I'm
how
a man that's been with more than
That's why
12.
you 40 and single now because he
hold
don't listen.
on. Hold on.
mhm.
Okay, I'm a
That
man
is
that's been with more than
why
12 women.
hold
And
on.
I know, and so yes,
Shit,
in
they
my
probably left your ass because your attitude.
I do
Shit.
not care.
The way
Listen,
you talk.
Well, cheese, wait.
You act like an
So that
asshole
is
for real, bro. Like for
okay.
real.
that is his opinion. Like we could be in the middle. That's fine for him. You know what I'm saying? But like, I mean, at the end of the day, after all, you can't even keep count of how many, so I mean, you're not a prize. You're not a prize when you look at it. But anyway, I did come up here just to say, Lexus, you
Mhm.
made a point when you said it was his mom. And I
she
was
did.
listening to y'all when I was in the shower, and he said, and I believe it was Special K. I'm losing my voice, y'all. But I believe it was Special K, and he said his mom was married or boyfriend, not married, not submissive, boyfriend, not married, not submissive, boyfriend, married. And he kept saying it, and then he blamed mom. And
Yeah.
Special K asked him, well, why couldn't it have been the men? You know what I'm saying? So I think that's where all of this stems from. He might not even know that yet. Okay, y'all might be helping him while he, think he's so smart. Y'all might be assisting him in what's really going on deep down.
Okay,
And
here's the thing.
that's what I was
Here's the thing
saying
And let
about
me
my
too.
mom.
also tell
Here,
you
here,
something, bro.
understand,
The reason
I'm
I
gonna
understand
only
this.
leave.
had 12 women because I've been married for
I'm gonna
13
leave.
years, going on
Good for you.
14.
Good for you.
So I'm just saying.
Yeah, I understand what you're just saying. So, unfortunately she left. But the
Very
thing,
dismissive game changer when they're trying to talk to you, honey. You're very dismissive, or
Right.
you brush off what they're saying when they're trying to.
I just listened to everything she said and now I'm about to respond.
Like right now, you're over talking me, and I'm just letting you know you have to let someone get what they're going to say out so you can fully understand where they're coming from and what.
I did let her get what she was saying out.
No, I'm talking about Cheese. Cheese was actually saying something,
Right.
and you
Okay.
to cut
Let me
him.
respond to what she said about my mother before we stray too far from the topic.
Mhm.
What she did is to herself. That doesn't break my heart watching her fuck over her own life. Like, so, I mean, yeah.
You have
She,
zero respect for mom, huh?
what are you talking
None.
about?
That's who broke his heart.
That's
Oh
what
God,
you
broke
don't
his.
hear yourself. I mean, you sitting here and you haven't gave your mom not one accolade in this world for being a strong woman or even being a woman. And then hey, give her some credit. She birthed you. She could have easily not even carried you, swallowed,
Went to
got
the
rid of you, whatever.
yeah, or she
I
went
mean,
on.
you give her something, give her some respect. And that's where I think the disrespect comes with women is that you don't even have it for mom. So you're not going to have it for another woman until you really get what's triggering you to feel the way you do about women. It's like now black women was only there for one reason, and that's to serve you as your needs, and that's it. It's not coming
And
across like
so and
you.
so and so sorry, Special K, because when he said fuck up her life, how do you know that if those men that she didn't marry was gonna fuck up her life? You know what I'm saying? I mean, and I sat here and I listened to you. So here's the thing with you.
Mm.
You have really, really, you high value men. I see that. And
Right.
yes, because what you did earlier was you praised your dad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You
and
praised your dad.
grandfather.
And now when it comes to your mom, oh, it's not my problem she fucked up her life. Well, how you know them niggas wasn't gonna fuck up her life? They could have been the ones that fucked up her life. How you know they wasn't
Meaning
giving
your
her
daddy.
hell?
Mhm.
Your daddy could have been an
I
asshole,
mean, you
in the
gotta
marriage.
look at it from what's
Mhm.
happening is you're only looking at it from one side. You're not looking at it full circle.
Mhm.
I'm
Okay, well, I don't remember praising my dad. Could
Well, you
you?
did.
oh,
Could
you
you?
praise your
Well,
dad.
And
okay. Well,
granddaddy.
Yeah, you
use the words of praise that I use for my dad.
You said
Well,
that your grandmother was very submissive to your grandfather,
That's
and he taught you all
and let me tell you,
children with his
I came up
actions.
here earlier and I said to you, I came up here earlier and I said to you, this is a new generation. You
Mhm,
said you out your own mouth said people, people change, right? You changed from 20 to 40,
mhm.
right? Right. So at the end of the day, you are you have to know things change. That was a whole different time. Of course, that's what was happening back then. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
Well, with all due respect, nobody answered the question of give a time where I praised my father.
she
I
just
you
did.
did.
you
No, no,
did.
no.
Okay, listen. So
She said
we're not gonna.
grandfather and
So we're
grandmother.
so you did your dad too. You did
Well,
your dad
please
You
tell
sure
too.
me.
And
did.
then you
Please
went
tell me.
on and you
That was the
said, and
question.
then hold on, you went on to say with your mother, you should have said, well, yep, you should have just married my dad or stayed with my dad. You said
Uh,
that. You got to go
okay,
back and replay it.
okay. Please tell me what praises that I give my dad.
What did you say
Basically,
wrong?
you basically
What did
said
you?
that I guess he's doing what he's doing. That's why his woman is submissive. But you didn't blame him for no reason of why him and your mom didn't. But you turned
Yeah,
around and
but the
said
absence
your
of
mom.
criticism isn't praise. What praise did I give?
You did. You just
Okay,
What's
rewind
his
it.
flaws? What? Okay, what is his flaws? What
what
flaws do you see in him?
what praise did I give? I mean, I'm not gonna criticize my dad just on your behest. No,
There you go, right
This
there.
is not BS though, because what we're
no, I
trying
said
to
on your
say is,
behest,
oh,
Little Jimmy
what?
will
Okay,
always
oh,
be
okay.
single, man.
What we're
huh?
trying to say to you, for real, is you did it with your granddaddy, fine and well. Because my granddaddy, yeah, he did that too. He was the truth, right? They don't make them like that no more. Okay, so
Exactly.
No, they make
that
them
is
like
what
you.
What?
how I'm not a
Oh,
man.
Excuse
No,
me.
Wait a minute. Wait a
no,
minute.
I'm talking about modern women. They make them like you. They don't make them like grandma anymore
Well,
either.
let me tell you something
no,
about this modern. No, no, wait. Let me
Mm.
tell you something about this modern woman right here.
Okay,
I'm happily married.
good.
I submit, he submit. We're equally yoked.
Amen.
I'm self-sufficient, so is he.
Hmm.
Hmm.
So it ain't no control. I don't control him.
Exactly.
He don't control me.
Hmm.
So that is what you're gonna get from this modern woman.
Okay,
So you
that's
gonna
what he
find
got from it.
you.
Let me speak to him.
He's
What?
he's not here.
wait a minute.
Oh,
Hold on.
mine is.
Let me, because he said something about modern
Wait a
women.
minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Yeah,
Wait a
modern women.
minute.
Like who? What?
He said something about the modern woman. He's like, basically, what you're trying to say is the modern woman won't get the same value as the grandmothers did back in the day. And the
Absolutely not.
That's
Yeah,
not true. That's
No,
not
we
and,
true.
doing
okay,
it.
okay, and so and
it's
to
very true.
a lot of the modern women now have to be the woman and the man in a relationship. So guess what? They have to be masculine. They have to do these things to in order
Yes.
to survive, right?
Yes.
That's why you get the modern woman where you can't tell me what to do. I'm going to do what I want to do because I'm in control of my life. And that's what you don't like. You want someone that you can easily control and you want to control
Passive.
money. First of all, because you don't even want them to work. It's realistic for them to work, but you don't want them to work.
Yeah.
So you can have that kind of control because you just saying the type of car that they can get, you're having some type of control. And guess what? If they're not working and it's not their money, it's your money. And that's how you putting it. It's their money. Guess what? They're going to get the car you want them to have, not what they desire. It's everything is based off of your desire.
And I ain't got to do none of that over here as this modern woman. None of that.
Hello.
None of that. And we're doing perfectly fine. So
Well,
I don't
is
know.
is there a way that you could get him like on a group call? Like, can you call
For
him
what,
on speakerphone?
what do I need to call them for?
I want to speak to
I'm
him.
telling you. I'm telling you. You think I'm gonna
When
come up
you
here and lie?
this
I'm
is how
telling you.
I
this is
want to
how
Thank
we
speak to him.
you.
before we can get anybody else on a call. You're gonna give us the receipt of the women that you have not
I'm
satisfied. So we
telling
can ask,
you, just like you're up here telling us, I'm telling you, that ain't how shit go no more.
I would like to. All right. It's obviously not going to let me talk to him, so it is what it
Oh
why
my
is.
would she?
God.
Are you being sarcastic or you really just assholish for no reason? I mean, I'm just asking because it's like
I
we're
don't
not
find
going to
my
get
behavior to
anywhere
be.
if you don't have
Mm,
an open mind or you respect women enough to
mm.
listen to them. You're not going to get anywhere with you. It's just going to go round and round and round in circles because for one thing, you want everybody to hear you and you want everybody to respect your wishes and what you want and your demands, but you're not giving the same grace, having an open mind to listen to the woman and see, hey, I may be the problem. Because these are some things that I need to, work on. Or I need to, take into consideration, ladies, because I didn't look at it from that point. I
Why
wasn't told that
are
or
you having a
whatever. That's
problem? Why are you having a problem finding an Ethiopian woman? Have you found one?
I found several. Yes.
And
So
what
what
happened?
happened?
What happened with the Ethiopia? Well, some of them I was very young. I've never been to the country of Ethiopia, um, but I've had temporary relationships with three.
What
One
happened?
of whom I was very young, and her father disapproved of a relationship with an American black man.
I
Um,
bet.
Hmm.
the other, she was just part of a double date. Her cousin was interested in my friend, and at the time he didn't have a car, so I took the two of them. But I enjoyed her company nonetheless. And then the third and final one, she was great, but her, I wasn't at a place to where I was ready to settle down.
get on the phone. We need a reference.
So you found
Well,
these
I
so
need to
you
speak to her.
found
Call her.
so you
You
found
stupid.
these women that you were looking for and none of them intrigued you enough to be like this is the one.
well, yeah.
Okay, well, I need you to three-way. Call her
Now,
and let us. And I want her to tell me in
Baby,
her
you
own
brought rich
words.
back, baby. You brought rich back.
well, what she
So,
did. Well, we're talking about
Listen,
somebody a relationship from over 20 years ago,
Oh shit.
well, yeah, that's the
and
first
that's the
you. That's
last
the
one.
last time. That's the last one. Okay, well, she remember you. Get her on the phone.
No, I don't have access to it. I don't.
She
I,
blocked you.
no, I don't have a way to contact her. We're talking about from 2 decades
but
ago.
listen,
Okay, so y'all not being serious.
Well, you
no,
wanted
I
to
want to
speak to
address somebody in the
Preacher's
chat.
husband.
I want to address somebody in the chat. Are you living or are you existing? That
Uh-huh.
chat
I
that
seen
match
her.
what you
I let her
came.
slide.
First of all, I am happily married. I ain't had no failed relationship. Okay, and we are not. So I seen a little comment you put in here,
Uh-huh.
I did
but
too.
I
I
did.
mean, I don't know what your problem is, but maybe you had a failed relationship. Okay, so
So,
you talking about the ladies in the chat?
Razi, good comment. And that is true. Can you pin her comment real quick? Because that is good. That your opinion makes a whole lot of sense. Sometimes he is being disrespectful. Now we gonna put that
Yeah.
out there.
mm-hmm.
But I do think his perspective is different than ours. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Hopefully there is somebody out there for him, but he may just have to go to Ethiopia because I don't know if it's in the United States with these modern women,
I'm okay with that.
even the Ethiopian ones.
I'm okay with that
My
as
Um,
best
well.
friend is Adrian. My best friend is Adrian, and she ain't going.
yeah, I got an Ethiopian. I don't think she gonna go for that. And I know how
Yeah.
she is, and she worked with me. She ain't gonna go for that. Trust me. I know.
So when I
I
talk
know.
about Ethiopians, I'm
I
talking
wish
about
I could get
physical
her on
beauty.
here.
When I talk about Ethiopians, I'm talking about physical beauty, not really
She's
the.
beautiful.
Yeah, I'm sure she is. Most are, but I'm when we talk about like wifeable material, I give that to the Oriental women.
Are
They're at
you
the top of that list.
are you fully black? Are you mixed or
I'm fully African American. Yes.
hmm.
Raised in the Bay Area. He's from
Yeah,
Oakland.
do him, DM. We don't. Period.
He from where?
He from Oakland.
How you come out of Oakland?
My son live in
Mm,
California. Eh?
No, I'm from Oakland.
Oh,
They're
I'm
right.
so confused. I'm so confused, baby.
I am too.
Hmm.
Cause
You
he
Is
said
your
lost,
mom
you
still
know,
living? Is your
he
mom still living?
you said how are you from Oakland? Could you complete that sentence?
Is
Yeah,
your
my mom's
mom
still
still
alive.
living?
Yeah, my mom's still alive.
So how
Somebody
are
said
you
how.
all?
Somebody said how are you from Oakland, and then we're gonna finish that
She,
sentence. I want to see
I
what.
think she left. I think she
Oh,
left.
okay.
How's your relationship with your mom?
It's fine.
Oh, can we call her?
No,
Does she know?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, why we can't
He
talk to
wanted
mama? Because I think she
to,
can shed a little light on this situation.
wait a minute. He wanted to speak to your husband,
Hmm.
but you can't speak
Mm-hmm.
to his mom. Like that's a lot of
I
I
tell
nerve.
just
y'all what
want.
I'm
I
gonna
just
do.
want to see. I just want to
I tell
see
y'all
if
what to do.
your.
I'll
I just
call
want
my
to see
mom.
if your beautiful black mom agrees with or
She doesn't.
understands this.
She doesn't.
She
Okay, he said he'll call mom. Let's hear
Hold
this
on.
out.
Hold on.
You
he
gonna
She
tell
said
mama
she
what?
doesn't.
said that
Let
she
me
doesn't
speak to your
agree.
husband,
There it
and
is,
I'll
right
call my
there.
mom. Let me
Oh, so
speak to
you
her.
So
want
what
no?
you want to say to her husband?
There it is, right
I
there.
don't
Though
know,
she
but
doesn't
I'll
agree.
let you say whatever you want to my mom. So you
No,
know,
what do you want to say to her husband?
I want to get his perspective on things.
And I don't
Trust
think
me, they're good.
you're gonna get on there.
It says
He will say all
what
the
part?
wrong
Because
things
I'm from
that you
Oakland.
don't want to
So
hear.
okay, so Martha Blanco asked what part. Because I'm from Oakland. I'm from the Dubs.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what part are you from, Martha?
No one
Mm,
said they was from Oakland.
yes, she did.
Martha
Martha
Blanco.
did.
Oh, okay. Martha, here you one right here. You married Martha. Put that in the chat too, please. How you look, Martha?
Ramona, right? I'm serious, right? Call Mama right now.
Yeah, I need you to call mama because we need not the mother doves. Lord have mercy.
Yes,
You
I'm
come
from
over
the.
there with hard, you know, some,
Mm-hmm.
and you. mm,
And I'm what?
I want to speak to mama because she missed the mark somewhere.
Can y'all
Martha,
name any
what part are
other?
you from? You know exactly where I'm
I
from.
don't
I'm
think.
from.
I don't think she missed the mark.
Okay,
No,
just
she
I.
did. You're right. She didn't.
I
You're right.
think. I think.
so she's
mm,
from 98th and Brookfield. Okay,
She
somebody said
ain't
they're
missed the
like
mark.
25 minutes. Yeah.
Can
We
y'all
got other
name
ones.
or you game changer name any other cultural of women that literally keeps that is the backbone of their culture and keeps the men of their culture alive?
All of them.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna go to the
He said the
comments.
back. He's saying that because you said backbone.
Back.
Back is the opposite word. Yeah, that's what he's listening. Right, game changer.
Well, no,
He's
all of
he's
them. Like, I mean,
behind you.
I don't know any culture that can propagate and perpetuate itself without women. So, all of them.
So the woman's there to produce all of them, right?
Well, she's saying like, what culture of men were, I mean, like all cultures of women do that for their men. I
Well,
I don't,
I'm
you
gonna
know.
agree to disagree on that. Is
Oh, so okay, let me ask you this. Which culture don't? Let's start there.
Uh-oh, Rich.
the majority. It's the black culture. The women keeps the communities of our culture. We are it. We are the one of our culture. that keeps our men alive, that
Like,
makes things run, that
The
makes things
backbone.
happen. But
exactly.
you
The
are
backbone.
against,
Oh,
you
that's
are
why the
against
black community
The
is such a
Upper. You
backbone.
shithole.
better tell them, Upper.
That's why the black community is such a shithole. That makes sense. Okay.
Huh?
Ooh.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
wow
We not.
All right. So
Ooh.
it's safe to say then that you
that
do
he
not like black women.
no,
I
it's
always
safe
said
to
that.
say, Creed, it's safe to say that he don't like himself. He thinks that he's a white man. He's one of
Yes.
those. I can
Yes, he
feel it. I
does.
see it all over
Yes, he
I do
does.
by
too.
the context of his
Yes, he
words.
does.
He
And
thinks
then
he's a white man.
it's so crazy because
Eh,
when he said Ethiopian, I instantly thought white man
Yes.
earlier. And it's the reason why we could just talk about that another day. But yeah, that's what it is.
mm.
Um, okay.
Who did you vote for? I'm gonna just go out on a limb and ask, who did you vote for?
No one that won.
Oh, he didn't
All
vote
right.
for
He didn't vote
So
for Trump. He said he didn't.
told us that yesterday. He did not
Yeah,
vote
he
for
Okay.
did. Yeah, he told us that. Hmm.
but yeah, somebody said that I wish to be white. I most certainly do not.
Well, being
I
black
didn't hear
ain't working
nobody
out for
say that.
them.
I said you think. I didn't say you wish. You think you are.
No, I know that I'm black.
But mm,
Possibly.
Mm.
No, definitely. You know, I'm I'm very aware of reality. I know that I'm black.
So you just basically said that you won't date a black woman. You don't want
I
a
did not
black
say
woman.
that.
You
I did
came
not
from a
say
black
that.
woman where you prefer an Asian or Caucasian woman
I
because they will
prefer
bow
an
down to
Asian
you
woman
and kneel
culture.
at your feet and do what you say and you can
Absolutely.
control them.
Absolutely.
No,
If if
no,
if,
no,
And
no,
if
no.
I
because
find if
we
I
as black
find a
women
black woman
have
that
a
I can
mind of our
control, I
own
will
and
embrace
have
her too.
opinions
Asian women
and
have minds of their own and they use it to do calculus. Okay, so every woman
we
has.
don't. Sir, please go and get on Google and see who's the highest educated woman, cultural woman in the US. Please go look.
Okay, Asian women have a mind too, and they use it to do calculus.
Benefo, she
And
is Benefo. She is.
Oh
She is.
wow,
She
wow.
is. That is why he just said she doesn't agree with nothing he says. Like that's where it all started with in that household. You can't tell me
Oh
no
yeah.
different.
Mama didn't
He got
stand a
he got
chance.
mommy issues. The mommy
Hmm.
dearest fucked him up.
How often do you talk to your mom?
maybe like once a week or two.
Do you have those conversations about, her do you have siblings?
No,
So do you ever have
Mhm.
the conversation with her about women in general? Just get her perspective on women and your way of thinking so she can kind of help you
She
out?
just said she don't
yes,
agree with it,
yeah.
with his
Not at
perspective and
all?
his way of
No,
thinking.
she don't.
Well, that ought to tell you some game. You don't have any.
I don't know what that
But it all
means.
depends
You
on
don't have any
it
game. I
don't
mean,
have to tell him nothing. If it all depends on how he feels about his mom, if how she feels even matters.
I
So
don't
if
think it
he's looking
matters.
at her like he's describing a lot of us, then shit, that shit's out the window. He don't care what she think.
Mm.
Somebody said, you might be black, GC, but you damn sure not proud. Well, I'm proud of individual aspects of blackness, and I'm ashamed of other aspects of blackness. That's what you call giving an accurate critique of something. That's how cultures improve. They see areas of opportunity, and then they improve upon those opportunities.
You know what I noticed?
What's that?
Game changer.
Go for it.
Hmm.
I noticed that when something is said that is probably true, you go a little quiet after it's said.
Hmm.
Okay.
Mm. Go defensive.
Mm,
Okay. So I was also reading the chat room, but that's fine too.
Mm.
mm.
Okay, so can I ask you this? So
Yes.
far, what's your takeaway from this
I'm
conversation?
gonna ask him for you to say. I'm sorry, go ahead,
Um,
special guy.
what is your takeaway from, and you're speaking with women, black women, and from all different walks of life,
Mhm.
and some married for multiple years, some married a few years, whatever. You got a whole variety here, and they're basically all saying the same thing. So, what is your takeaway? So we'll know. You know,
Fair
did
enough.
you
Fair
hear
question.
it?
My takeaway from this conversation is that this
Oh,
particular group of black women will only define themselves in defiance. They feel that part of being a black woman is to be contentious and defiant with their mate. And
mm.
therefore, if they were to ever submit, I would be taking away what makes them black women.
No, no, no. Okay. Well, you could take
What?
that
What?
away. Well, what? Oh, Jesus. I didn't
Submit.
tell you not one time that I didn't submit.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
She sure
Not one.
I just told you that I
No,
wouldn't be
me
controlled.
either.
did.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's what she
So I
said.
never told you that I wouldn't submit. I don't think nobody said that. I think they said that
Nobody.
they wouldn't be controlled.
Would you
That's
Amen.
submit to the?
Exactly.
So
Would you?
no,
Would
It's a
you?
so
difference.
no.
here's
It's
Okay.
something.
Okay. Okay. Fair enough. Would you submit to the control of your husband?
I'm not nobody's controlling
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
me.
that
once again, my assessment was we're dealing with a group of women who refuse to submit and they define their
Take the
being
refuse to
as
submit
black women
out.
and I
by
say
their unwillingness to submit and defiance.
game
Therefore, therefore,
game change.
anything that you say is just going to be a justification of said defiance.
As you did,
So
right? Because you justified everything that you had to say and why you do it.
he's not listening. Game changer. I'm gonna unmute you in a minute, but I want to say real quick. You are comparing submissive with control, honey. You
Totally.
keep doing
Amen.
it, and
Exactly.
that's where you're
Yes.
Hmm.
where you're
God
losing us
damn.
at
That's the
because you're
disconnect.
saying, I'm being submissive. I'm controlling you, and that's where you're gonna have a lot of the problems at. You're not listening
Mm-hmm.
to yourself as you speak. You speak very intelligently, but yet so dumb because
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
you're comprehending that you're offending people by saying being submissive. I'm controlling you. You want
Right.
but
okay,
if you want to be in a dictatorship relationship, you need to go to Korea where they do that at. Because here in the United States, you're not, I don't care how submissive we are not going to allow you to control us at all.
And the thing is,
Exactly.
okay.
what
So just to be clear, I did not conflate the two. I did
Yes,
a
you just
follow.
said submissive.
I would like to finish
You
speaking.
just said
I would like to
submissive
finish speaking.
control.
I would like to finish speaking. I asked
Well,
her.
hold up. You're
I
not going to
asked
you
her, would she
okay.
submit to her husband's control?
Again, he not say submissive control? Or am I
he
am
said,
I
he
losing?
said, he said that a group of black women that refused to submit, blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah,
Hold
blah.
up,
But
Lexus. I'm finna
no,
drop
I
down. Let
just
upper
said.
drop come up
but
because I
Yeah.
want
nobody,
upper to handle this.
nobody has
I just
Yeah.
said,
said that. I just
what,
asked you,
but you
would you
can't,
submit to your husband's control?
but listen,
Being two different
You
things.
listen,
Would you
no, that's
because
not
submit to your
submissive,
husband's control?
because
And
submission
you
is not
said
a
no. That
control.
means
Control.
that that is a method, that is an avenue of submission that you refuse to do.
It shouldn't be no
Therefore,
control
since
in
you
it.
are not submitting to his control, you are not submitting in that way.
you know what
It's
I
called the transitive property. It's if A equals B and B equals C, then A equals C.
First of
So
all, my husband is not going to control. He wouldn't want me to
I
control him,
know,
and he
I
would,
know.
and I wouldn't control my
So
husband. So
you are
when I
not
submit to
submitting to
my
your husband
husband,
control.
I submit to my husband. And my husband submit to me, but he's not going to control me, and I'm not going to control him.
He
Yeah,
don't
That's
get
simple
okay.
as
that.
that.
Okay,
So that's not
He don't get
good
submission.
on
that
you.
part.
Good on you.
That
My
submission is
assessment
not
is
no.
accurate. You are a group of women who are not submitting to your husband's control. And you
Well,
define your
that's right, because
blackness
my
by
husband
doing
don't want
so.
me to submit
I
to
will
his
submit
control.
to
And that's fine. All right.
if
That's
So
what I'm
okay,
saying. My
so
husband don't want. He don't going to control me, and I'm not going to control him. But we
uh,
submit to each other.
okay, so this is what I'm saying right here because I don't think he's listening to a lot of us. But when putting the sentence, you're like, would you submitting to your husband's control? Why the fuck do he have to have control over us? And why do we
Right.
submit to his control?
That is exactly what I was just telling him.
Yeah.
I never said I wouldn't submit. Nobody ever said that they wouldn't submit, but not to
Mm-mm.
fucking control.
Not to
Like
Mm-hmm.
take
control us.
control
I'm
out
not
of it and
never
you
submit
might
to
just get
control.
what you're looking for.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're not gonna
I'm
have.
looking for control.
You're not
So,
committing to you and to
You said,
control me.
did you
You're
say
not
you're looking for
that.
control?
yeah, you
And
said
what?
that if I
This is
take control
pointless,
out of
Lexus.
it, I will get what
This
I'm
is
looking for.
pointless.
And what if I'm
This
looking
is
for
No, no,
control?
you
pointless.
won't get control.
It's
Yeah,
You ain't
I
pointless,
gonna get
know.
some
Lexus.
out.
Okay, so
I know,
game
which goes
changer,
back to my
game
initial
changer,
statement.
game
Which go,
changer. We got game changer. Listen, we got upper up here right now. Okay,
okay.
Yep.
I'm gonna
Go
let
ahead,
you
Upper.
finish your sentence, but I'm gonna let her do her thing after you finish your sentence or whatever. Okay.
Thank you. I given my assessment of this group of women, and and I'm not going to state it again. And y'all gave the difference between submission.
Get
Well,
out.
y'all said that y'all won't interrupt. If you have to laugh, you can laugh unmuted. But nevertheless, I've given my definition or my assessment of this group of women. It's very
Mm-mm-mm.
similar to other groups of women that I've had similar conversations with. It's not that different, and it all concludes that there is a cultural that Black female culture is rooted in defiance and not submission.
Oh, shit. Upper, please talk.
Hey y'all, what's going on?
Up, upper.
What's up? How you doing, Game Changer?
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking.
No problem. I think I came in a little late, so I didn't hear everything. I have to admit that. But some of the things that I did hear, I did have a couple of questions about. So what I hear is we're gonna get on the Ethiopian thing next. But
Okay.
first, I wanted to say I'm hearing somewhat of a debate about the term submission. And I think that in order for everybody to kind of get on one accord with the debate, um, we have to have the correct definition of what that means and when it's appropriate. So we're talking
I
about,
tried it too.
say that again.
I said I tried it earlier, but it went over. So, I mean, but go ahead.
I'll tell y'all what I'll do. I'll read the definition of submission. The
Before,
action
but
or
before you
wait, let me
read,
read it. Let me read it. The action or fact of accepting or yielding to a superior force to the will or authority of another person.
okay. Now, what I'll say to that, because with relationships is more than just being able to read a definition. And I think right now we're talking about marriages because obviously to submit would mean to submit to a husband, not to a partner or a boyfriend or whatever the case is. It would be submitting to your husband.
Okay.
Correct? That's what we're talking about.
I would hope so.
If we are, yeah.
Oh, okay. So I don't know if the definition of submission would be control because I keep hearing that being thrown around.
I didn't say that it was.
Okay, well that's what I heard.
Ah,
I
man.
heard you say that. I heard you say, "Do you?" And correct me if I'm wrong. Do you submit to the control of your husband? That's what I thought
Right,
I heard you say.
right. So they're two different things.
So how are they being used in the same context?
Well, they're being used in the same sentence. That doesn't mean that they're two. Like if I was to say I have a cat and a dog, that doesn't mean that because they're in the same sentence, they're the same species.
So do you submit to the control of your husband? Doesn't mean what you're saying. So there's a deeper meaning to that, is what you're saying.
Okay, so submission. Like, do you yield to the control of her husband? And the answer to that was no. So she's not submissive to control, even though that's implied in it. But because you accept him as an authority. But nevertheless, she doesn't do that. So my assessment of the group of women that I was speaking prior to your arrival, not being submissive and actually defining themselves in not being submissive, is valid.
I want to know more about what your experience is. I'm sure you spoke on that already because I heard you saying that you prefer Ethiopian women.
I find Ethiopian women to be the most beautiful women in the world. Absolutely.
Okay, so it's more about aesthetic, less about cultural preferences or practices. It's about the aesthetic.
As far as cultural preferences and culture goes, I think that Oriental women tops the charts on that.
Are you
You-
black?
yes,
Hmm.
You're black and your mom's black.
my mom is black. Yes.
I find I'm a I, it's hard to confront this conversation without being somewhat insulting because that's not what I'm trying to do. But I find it a bit interesting that you're a black male. There's nothing wrong with having a preference. That's not what I'm bothered by. What I'm bothered by is how, and I know you're going to deny it probably, but what I'm concerned with is you seem to have a very low opinion of African American women. And I'm trying to understand where that could have come from, because you come from a black woman.
Well, okay. To state that a person isn't at the top of a category doesn't mean that you have a low opinion of them. Like just like a person that isn't valedictorian isn't an idiot, it just means that they're not at the top. And by the way, Ethiopians are black.
When I say black, I think we all know what I mean. So black,
I
first
do.
of all,
I do. But since we're talking about
black
aesthetic,
black would be referring to African American people. Ethiopian, I would when I speak about an Ethiopian person, I would say African.
okay,
I
fair
wouldn't
enough.
say black.
Fair enough. But what I said, to compliment another culture and aesthetics is not to insult your existing one. Like if I was to say Chloe Bailey is beautiful, I wouldn't say that Upper is ugly. I would say that Chloe Bailey is beautiful.
I think I'm trying to understand what the argument is here
There's
because
she's beautiful.
I've been listening for a while. It seems to me like Game Changer has a preference on the type of woman that he prefers. Okay, and there's nothing wrong with that. Um, However, my whole thing was the submission part, and I guess I was trying to understand what the debate is here because I can hear Krisha saying that she submits to her husband and her husband submits to her. So what are we not agreeing on?
The
I
control
think that's
part.
what
Submit to
Basically, the
both
whole
parties.
dynamic of the conversation is the control part. He feels as if he needs to be the controller of a relationship, and not it's just not a equal situation. He that we're submitting to each other is his wife needs to submit to him, and that's
Mm-hmm.
it.
and
Okay,
he
so
doesn't
after
believe
reading
that.
the definition of submission,
Bow
it's
down.
after reading the definition of submission, it is clear that there isn't a such thing as co-submission. So we can end that right there. But nevertheless, yes, I do feel that relationships work better when you have a strong and competent male leader and a dutiful and beautiful female follower.
That is the definition that you read is just submission in general. That does not define marriage.
It's applied to all relationships,
No, it's
including.
not. I
Yes.
said I just said marriage. It's not all relationships because you can be talking about a human and an animal
Mm-hmm.
situation. That's submission is in a general context what you read.
Okay,
And
but
like I
the
said
general
earlier,
concept.
submission for everyone is different.
All right. How the person in the leadership position chooses to lead is what's different. The definition of submission is static, but nevertheless, I don't want to get into semantics and individual definitions of words. What I do want to state is that I feel that relationships would work better, um, especially my relationships. In fact, it's the only ones that I would take seriously, where the man is the leader of the relationship, and I see nothing wrong with that. especially if he's intelligent and
He the
competent
head of the
enough to do so.
household. He the head of the household. Yeah, he
Exactly.
is.
Exactly. As the Bible has stated. So I don't see why I'm getting any pushback from women.
Well, this is my question. So, or this is my take on things. Can you agree that men bring certain things to the table and women bring certain things to the table? So there's certain things that men are naturally good at and they're
Absolutely.
expected to do. And then there's certain things that women are naturally good at and expected to do. And that's my opinion. So
Absolutely.
when Krisha speaks on mutual submission, there are some things that I believe a man would submit and allow his wife to take control of. And there are some things that a woman would submit to and allow her husband to take the lead in that. Because as a unit, we're bringing things to the table. And that's why the Bible says it's so important to be equally yoked when going into a relationship because you
Uh-huh.
complement each other. So when
Amen,
you
sis.
go into a relationship, with the mindset that the way that the dynamic should work is that I'm the leader, and as you should, because the man is the head of the household. But when you have the thought process in your mind that me being the head means that I don't have to respect or give leeway or room for my woman's or my wife's opinion, or maybe the way that wants to do things could be better because that's what the part that she's good at. And the question that I have for you, Game Changer, is how has that worked for you in your dating life?
Good question. Well, but it was a very long statement to the question, so I'll address the statement first. I agree with you that leadership should that you should take the person's counsel in your leadership and decision making process. Absolutely. Um, Sometimes it goes well as far as how it goes in my dating life, and sometimes it doesn't.
Right. So you can agree with what I just said, though, that you do
Absolutely.
enter relationships with the mindset that I'm the leader, I'm in control, and what I say goes, basically.
I enter the relationship with the understanding of that.
Can you agree that? Let me explain something. Or not explain, but let me just give you my sentiments. We have you ever heard the term no man is an island?
Yes,
So you do understand that people need people.
I do.
So you do understand that there is a reason that Eve was made for Adam.
I do
Hmm.
also. Yes,
Okay, so you understand that there is purpose in the woman, correct?
I do. Yes.
Okay, so that a woman should be respected. Her opinion should be respected. Her point of view should be respected. And
Mhm.
maybe what she thinks or how she thinks that something should be considered. Because if you didn't need her, she wouldn't have been created. Can we agree with that?
Mhm.
I can. Yes.
Okay, so when you go into a situation saying that I'm the leader, I'm in control, what I say goes, and my opinion or what I believe, or how I think that things go, should outweigh how you think that things should go because I'm biologically a man. Do you understand that that is, in my opinion, I believe, I'm not going to ask you, do you understand? But what I'll say is, I believe that that is unwise. And I believe that that is you leading your relationship, not just your relationship, but yourself into destruction.
Hmm.
To say that because she's a woman and because you're a man and you believe that she should submit to what you do, what you say, um, I think that that's very unwise because there are situations where she may know best. And a part of being a good leader is understanding that you're not always right. And a part of being a good leader is
Uh-huh.
compromise.
Uh-huh.
Because you should always, and not even just in relationships, but I'm looking at it from an aspect of leading, not just being married, but just leading in general. It's always a good decision and it's always a good choice to take the people's opinion into consideration. So you should always consult with your wife if you're married, um, because it's important that as a human she feels considered. So the reason that I asked you how has that been going for you in your relationships, I can't say what's been happening because I don't know you, but I can imagine that 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 um that way of thinking that you have isn't going over well for you. And the reason I say that is because it's human nature to want to be considered, to want to be heard. And I couldn't imagine being in a situation where just because you are biologically a male, that what you say is the best decision. That isn't true. It's a very prideful way of thinking. And another question that I wanted to ask was, were you raised in a two-parent household?
Yes.
And is that what you saw? That your mother was not considered?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, is that what you saw? Is that the example that you saw? Is that why you have the thought process that you have? Because that's what you saw as a kid growing up. That's the relationship dynamic that you saw.
Is what the relationship dynamic that I saw.
We're talking about women being submissive and what submissive means and how it is being acted out in the home. Your take on submission is that you are the leader and that the woman should follow your lead, which I agree with to a certain extent. I'm asking you, do you understand that as a leader, a good leader listens to the people, the opinions of others, understands that they are not always right, understands that in order to lead, they would need someone else's opinion, they would need someone else's standpoint. They brainstorm. That's why it's called a team. That's why a marriage is called a union, because we're together. We're thinking together. We're working together. It's not just me dragging you along on a leash like a German shepherd.
Let me
You're a
just
human.
let me interrupt and ask this.
No, you didn't answer my question.
Yeah, but
I
you're gonna.
asked you
But
what
I
was the
do.
dynamic
I'm gonna
that
Well,
you
you
saw
did.
growing
You
up.
did. You
Hold on,
asked me.
Upper.
You asked.
I'm gonna go to he's
Let me say one thing, because she asked him a question, and she asked him, was he raised in a two-parent household, and he said yes, but you actually told us that until
That's what
you
I
were
was going to
3
say,
years
Tisha.
old.
That's what I was just going to say.
So I feel like your little flow kind of changed a little bit. Um, but the
Okay,
question that
I'll
you're
answer that
answering will
question, but I
give you
have a
some.
follow up. I'll answer that question, but I have a follow up question. I also said that my father remarried two people, two in the household. Um, and I was raised by my father, not my mother. Now, um, but my mother did have visitations. Now, the question that I have is,
yo. Nothing else need to be said. I'm gonna be honest with
Nope.
you. There it go, y'all. That is if
Yep.
he has a problem with his
We already pointed it out.
Right.
Yeah.
nothing else to be said.
Nope, it ain't.
so
Yo, he was
I
he
want.
His
raised
father raised him.
he was raised by his father. She had visitation. He is hurt by his mother.
You gotta replay Upper. You have to replay it, baby.
He's hurt
You
by his
got
Yeah,
to.
you got to go back from the beginning, Upper.
So anyway, I do want to ask Upper.
You see how he's very dismissive?
he's
I
very
told y'all that.
Well,
I
that's
want you to
because
be
y'all.
honest with yourself. You're mad
See,
because
when it's the truth, that's what he do. I told y'all that.
you have to be honest now. We're on this panel.
Hmm.
You are hurt because you of your mother.
Your mother didn't raise you.
Your mother didn't raise. We don't know what happened, but your mother, in your eyes, your mother hurted you.
Yeah.
That's why you feel the way you do, especially about black women.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. So the question I have for Upper
I told you.
is
Look, you're not getting no answer until you admit to that. Hold up.
Not even
that's
admit.
not a
Just tell us.
question.
Okay, you don't have to admit. Okay. So let me ask the question then. How did that affect you? What effect did that have on you?
Probably the same effect that it had on an entire generation of children of divorce.
Right. But and now if we go back, let's fill in a hole for Upper really quick, and then you can definitely ask her question. Let's fill in this hole. You said that your mom dated a man, dated a man, dated a man, and you also went on to say, "Oh, it ain't. What can she say? It ain't your problem. She pretty much fucked up her life." But you're never realizing, okay, those men may not have been good for her. None of that. It's all pointing towards the issues that you may hold within about your mother.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so can I ask my question now?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, thank you. So, Upper, what led you to the conclusion that I don't embrace counsel? And why did you feel the need to tell me that I should?
He wants all his answers.
Because it sounds like you don't. From
Okay,
your
just to,
from your let me answer the question. From your definition of, not your definition, but the definition, the the fact that you read it as if that was the end all be all. When Rich said that you're reading a definition, but it doesn't apply to the dynamics of relationship, is not that black and white. Yes, that's the definition of submission. Yes, it is. But like Rich said, that could be speaking on submission or animals submitting or a student submitting to a teacher, or it could mean anything. But when we're speaking about the dynamic of a relationship, it's different.
Hmm.
So when I asked you certain questions before I made that statement, I could be wrong, and if I am wrong, I'll accept that. But
you are.
it seemed to me that it seemed
Wow.
it's okay, it's all right. It seemed to me from the things that you said that you believe that submission is equal to being controlled. You then said that that is not true, and just because you were using those two words in the same sentence doesn't mean that they correlate. So if that's true, then I'm a bit confused as to why it's even being used. Because when you say, "Do you submit to the control?"
Exactly.
Not do you
Mhm.
submit not do you submit to your husband, but do you submit to the control of your husband? Those are two different things. So you have to
Mhm.
understand that even if I am wrong about my synopsis of what you're trying to say, I'm only wrong because of how you're coming off. This is what you are saying. These are the statements that you're making, and it's not just leading me to the conclusion that I've reached, but I think everybody listening has drawn a conclusion that you are not open to you're not open to collaborating with your partner, brainstorming with your partner, treating your partner as an equal. So even if I'm wrong, and I apologize if I am, but that's how you come off.
Right, you are. And it's not your fault because you wasn't here for the beginning where I expressed how I am open to counsel from my partner. And I gave them several examples of that. Everyone on the panel know. So it's not really your fault. Really, they should have been the ones that interrupted you on that. But that's not the case. So but now that we know, we both are on the same page. There's no need for argument, Upper.
Mm-hmm.
Are y'all? Y'all on the same page?
Yes.
Yeah, because we see that his mother didn't raise him, so his father did.
Hmm.
You honestly, if I'm being honest, I don't I don't want to say this because again, I'm not up here to be insulting or condescending, but you kind of are talking in circles a little bit.
Thank
You
Mm,
and the
mm,
reason I say
mm,
it,
mm.
hey, I mean that's just how I'm taking it. You could be meaning one thing, but it's coming off a different way. And I
I'm
don't know
clear in my
if
meaning.
so, mm, not really.
I'm very clear in my meaning.
So maybe you're just not clear to me. Maybe I'm not understanding it. It's my fault, not yours.
y'all.
So what
But
I'll say,
I don't know how to make it more clear to you.
okay. So what I'll say is, what I'll ask is, can you clarify what you mean? Because I'm not understanding when you ask Krisha, does she submit to
So
the control
so let
of
me
her
tell you.
husband?
I
Do
That
told
was
him,
never answered.
I'll
does
repeat
she
it
allow
too.
herself to be controlled by her husband?
I do not
No.
and will
And she
not and
said
won't not.
no. And then my question for you is, do you think that a woman should be controlled by her husband?
He
Some,
said yes.
absolutely.
No. No.
What is
He
your
said yes.
definition? Hold on, wait a minute, because you got to be careful with game changer because this is a complex fella. So game changer. Hold on. Game changer. So when you say yes, you do believe that a woman should be controlled by her husband, I now have to ask you, what does that look like for you? When you say control, what do you mean by that? Do you mean, like, what do you mean? Like in a relationship, yes, a husband should control his wife and she should submit to that control. Give me a couple of examples. I'm curious.
I asked him that.
And I've given examples in the past. So, and this is why the conversation seems like it's in circles, is because I've already had it with with the other members of the panel. But I will ask it. I will give it again. I'll give the same example that I've given before. So a child turns 16, and it is the husband's assertion that this child should have a safe and reliable vehicle. So he decides to buy her or him a new Volvo with high safety ratings. Now the mother says that she has her objections to it. He listens to said objections, and then he determines from the objections if he should continue with his original actions.
Mhm.
That that would be an example of control. Leadership, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Now, she refused to submit to such control, and she probably would just, I don't know what she would do, to be honest with you, but, you know,
Okay, well, I mean, I don't know about how the other ladies on the panel feel, but I don't disagree with that totally.
well,
Um,
that's good. So, I mean, I think that you came here under the assumption that we should be arguing. But from your definition of submission, we shouldn't be, and we're not. But everyone else who heard the same scenario that I just gave are in conflict. I don't know why.
Did nobody say that everybody was in conflict? We're
We didn't
not. It's
conflict
like I
about
told you
that.
earlier, it's the way that you say things. If you say things like, for instance, earlier when you said, when we was having a discussion about the number of children, you want 10, but your wife decides she only wants one. And I said compromise. And you said, well, if she submits to my desires, then I was like, well, you didn't have to say it that way. If we compromise to have maybe two children versus 10, or even four children versus 10 when she wanted one, that's a different situation. Compromise. But you said if she decides to submit to my desires, saying it that way makes us, or me, shall I say, feel like you just want total control.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I said that if she submit to my desire to have more than one kid,
So, upper sis, do you understand what I'm saying? When he says it that way versus saying us compromising, it makes people think, like he just has this control issue going on with him.
I'm gonna say this. I don't think that I don't think that everything that he's saying is unreasonable. I don't think that that's the issue. I think that the issue is how he's saying it.
Yeah,
And
that's
I
what I
think
just said.
and I think that he knows that he's saying it that way. And I think that and notice I'm saying think because I don't know him. I'm just listening. So I think whether he wants to confront those issues or not, I think that he has an issue with women
Yeah, I
because
think the
it's
Yeah.
same.
because
And I feel,
a big hold on one second, Rich. A big part of leadership and being successful and being a good leader is how you communicate.
yes.
And the way that you communicate is very much so like a dictator. And nobody takes kindly to a dictator.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's exactly what we've been saying.
what you're saying is not 100% incorrect. As a matter of fact, I kind of share the same sentiments as you. But I think that what you need to work on, game changer, and everybody has something to work on, is how is your delivery.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
But see, I think, my opinion, I don't think he wants to change or work on that because he likes that concept of control. He
Control.
likes that in his relationships. He likes to feel that I'm in control and she's submitting to me. She's the sub and I'm
mind you,
dominant. So he's not, I don't think he wants to change that aspect of himself. Like you
mind you,
said,
he just
I
said
don't
that.
totally
Go
disagree
ahead.
with a lot of things he's saying. Like I said earlier before you got on, it's his delivery on how he's saying the things. Because what he just said, I'm saying the same thing. Compromise if she submits to my desire. It's how you take it, but he wants to feel that control.
Yeah, and that's why he made it a point to say when he read the definition that it doesn't say co-submission.
Right.
So he doesn't feel like he has to do it. Just she has to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But some people really don't understand and get the concept that submission is always free choice of a party to another.
Mm-hmm.
So, we have free will.
And then also what I want to say is I'm not going to totally disagree. I do think that a woman, or not a woman, but a wife, and the reason I don't use woman is because I want to make it very clear that we're talking about marriage here. A wife, I do agree that a wife is to submit to her husband. I believe that 100%. But so I think that he's correct in that. But what I will say is it's very important. The leader is very important as well. Who she's submitting to is very important because who she submits to and what she's submitting to will determine the success not only in your relationship but in your lives. So if she's submitting to someone who doesn't know where he's going or what he's doing, then that could actually be her submitting to destruction in the future. So instead of focusing so much on what she's doing, I think that there should be more focus on what you're doing as the leader. Because if you want to look at it in a aspect of like, let's look at it in the aspect of a workplace environment. Everybody knows that a successful company has a good boss, a good CEO, an honest CEO, uh, a CEO or a boss with integrity, um, a friendly CEO, someone who knows how to talk to you, someone who knows how to get you to do what they want you to do without degrading you, without
Hold on,
making you
Upper.
feel less than, without making you feel like you're beneath them. Because a good leader will make you think that you are their equal, even if you are not. So
Um,
you'll
Upper,
never get you'll
Upper,
never
real
get
quick,
full.
real quick, Upper. I'm sorry. I'm sorry because they keep asking in the chat. Game changer. Is this for content?
No.
Mm-mm. No. Are
Yeah,
you?
but what I was saying was you'll never get full submission if you don't focus on how you're leading. So that goes back to I guess what the other ladies on the panel said that they already said before I came on the panel is that it's more so about your delivery. You have to make someone feel like you're important too, even though the
Got it.
final decision, if it's the best decision, will more than likely be mine. I have to make you feel that you're considered in this situation. So it's not really about what you're saying because I think that a lot of what you're saying rings true. And I think everybody's kind of saying the same thing from what I'm hearing. It's just how you're saying it. And if you're not going to if you're not going to be, you know, understanding to what your partner needs, and a part of that is listening, hearing them, then I don't think that that situation is going to go well. So I don't know if you could at least agree to that, that maybe your delivery could be a little bit better.
I think we can
No.
all kind of agree that marriage and boyfriend and girlfriends relationships are different.
Yes.
And
Yeah, he
marriage is
doesn't
on
want to
a
change his
total whole
delivery.
on a total different level than a boyfriend girlfriend. And I agree with you, Upper Sis. However, I
Well,
feel
that's not
as
the
if
topic at hand. So let's not stray too far from it. What she said about delivery, no, that's crap.
He
You know,
don't
you
want to
you
change it. He don't think he needs to change that.
what?
no, no,
Game
Okay,
that
changer.
just like you wanted
no,
your thoughts to
let that
be
to
carried
add that
out.
to
Can I
it
finish
just
my thoughts?
no, because I haven't responded to the last thought. So let me
Okay, but
respond
I
to
was
that.
talking
Let me
upper talk,
respond
then
to
I
that.
said something, so
Let
you
me,
didn't even
yeah, but
interject
let
into to say anything. So I was speaking and you interrupted, just like you want your thoughts laid out. I would like my thought to be laid out.
but upper's thoughts won't be responded to. So in
Yes,
order,
they will. They will. You just hold your response.
no, I'm not going to
Mhm.
respond to two things
Okay,
at the same
so when
time.
upper finished, you didn't say anything. You were sitting there, looked quiet a couple of seconds. So I jumped in because I didn't think you were going to
As were
say
you
anything.
when I jumped in. So let me finish what I was going to say, and
So,
then
Okay,
like
you
I
know.
was
okay,
saying,
So so
when I was saying what
so
I said,
game
so
changer.
learning
upper
the
as far
habits
as
of
oh
meeting the
Jesus
wants and needs of your
Jesus
spouse,
unruly
because
women, I
you've never
swear.
been married,
Oh,
you don't know the situation of learning and understanding the needs of a spouse. You've only had a girlfriend, maybe a boyfriend, I don't know. But however, when you have been in a marriage, maybe you'll look at things a little bit differently.
Mhm.
So is that now?
So
Hold
back
on.
to
They
what
just
upper
talked
said. Oh
about.
Jesus, and so it's not going to be two. I'm
Go
now
ahead. You
responding
got
to
it.
three chicks. Okay,
You
thank
got
you.
it.
No, grow up and get over the whole
no, no,
delivery
no, no.
thing.
You're very rude at this point. Let them get
Did
their
he say grow up and get
they're going
over the
out of
delivery
topic.
thing?
They
Yes,
around in fucking circles at this point.
Oh
it's
We're
not.
shit!
gonna
Y'all saying the same thing about delivery. Y'all
no,
said
you're
that crap yesterday and earlier in this conversation.
Well, let
Listen,
me say this because
listen,
he said
listen,
bro.
listen.
Go
So
ahead.
y'all, dang. If I mail you a check for $10,000 and you say, "Why did you use a white envelope?" You're stupid. Okay, get over how stuff is delivered and just take the damn check. Gosh, y'all are
No.
adults.
Okay.
I
What?
mean, man.
So let me respond to that really quick. So a game. So so first, here's the thing. Okay, game changer. You said the delivery doesn't matter. It is what it is, meaning that you can deliver your message in your marriage however it is you choose to without considering how it would make your partner feel.
I wouldn't.
Is that correct?
I would marry a woman who's more into the message than the delivery of the message. Hence, a woman
It
that's
ain't
not
gonna
an
never
idiot.
happen.
Oh gosh.
That's why I don't marry children. Like, what kind of crap is that?
Wait a minute. Children.
Let me use this for an example. Okay, so now just from talking to you for the few minutes that I have been, I can understand why the ladies on the panel are saying that you're pretty rude. But what I
Mm.
will say is for you to pretend like delivery and how you come across when delivering a message is not important. I believe that that is foolish, and I think that you know that because us on the panel, the way that we're talking to each other is also very important because if we don't speak to each other in the proper way, then our message won't be heard. As a matter of fact, we'll be on defense mode instead of trying to hear each other, which is actually what's happening right now.
Well, guess what?
So for you to say that
That's a
delivery
you
doesn't,
thing. Don't
so
be on defense mode.
hold on,
Grow
game
up.
changer. Hold on,
That's a
game
you
changer.
thing.
Game changer. I'm not being rude and I'm not interrupting you. So let me go ahead and finish. So it's not a you thing because since I've been listening and since I've been up here, I have not only seen the ladies become defensive because of how you're talking, I've heard you become defensive because of how they're talking. So for you to say that
Hmm.
delivery doesn't matter directly contradicts your own responses tonight because it does matter. And how you talk to
No,
people
no.
does matter.
What you
Yes, it
are
does.
saying, what you are saying is what's annoying to me, not your delivery. The substance is what's annoying to me. Like, it's the letter. It's not how it's delivered.
I'm not
I
Okay,
don't
so
talking
can
about
care
I
what
ask him a question? Let
if
me
I'm
I
not
ask
get
talking
bad
about, I'm
news.
not,
Upper.
hold on, I'm not talking about what I said. I'm talking about your response to the ladies in general.
Okay,
For instance,
with all of you,
I'll
it's
give you an
what you all
example.
are saying.
Hold on, game changer. I'll give you an example. You clearly became very annoyed by what you thought Rich did. You felt like Rich was interrupting you, and that is a part of delivery. That is a part of the dynamic of delivering something. So you can't sit up here and act like how something is delivered doesn't matter. Because if I get a package and what I want is in the package, but the package is soaking wet and it's torn up on the outside, it could affect what's on the inside. So how something is brought to you is
Mhm.
important. So we're not going to do that. Let's not try to pretend
But
just
wait.
to validate your point that how something is delivered doesn't matter,
Mm-hmm.
because it does.
And even in a relationship, in a marriage, you if your delivery matters. Do you how you saying, oh, y'all, the men are the leader? Get it. We get it. We all up here have agreed to that. But who the hell are you leading if you're getting that annoyed that fast and going and doing all of that?
Well, none of you, obviously. I mean, listen.
Nobody.
That goddamn right. Go ahead.
Let me
Yeah.
let me say this. Let me say this real quick. Game changer. Just think about the scenario. You in a marriage, and you go home, and you say to your wife, "Bitch, I want XYZ," or you say,
Mhm.
"Darling, I would like XYZ." How do you think? Which one do you think she's going to take lovingly?
She would probably take the second one lovingly.
Okay, that's what we're trying to say. The delivery right there.
Okay.
It's not just about an envelope and a check being in an envelope.
I
I
understand
get
that.
what you're saying in that regards. Just
But
accept the
get
check.
over
Yes, but that
I
that
say get
delivery
over it
it
and get
matters.
I say get over it and get X, Y, and Z.
You're not. Look, let me tell you something, sir.
No, no, let me tell you
Let me
something.
tell let me tell you something.
Because I'm sick of the
We're
trollishness.
having a
Listen.
conversation. No, you do not get to tell me to get over anything because if I don't
No,
want to
yes.
get over, I don't
Okay,
have
well,
to
then
get over it.
more from
We're
you.
having a
Listen.
conversation. You can just say, "Okay, I understand."
Thank you, Lord.
See,
Yeah, he on the same.
he can't take he's butthurt. He don't know how to handle women. He got mommy issues, mommy dearest issues.
Yeah, yeah, because his
For
father raised
real.
him. That's why he wasn't raised by mommy.
No, he got control issues, just like he sat up
Yeah,
here and thought he was
because his
finna
father had
control.
control issues. Because his father had control issues. Probably.
That's what he's growing.
Yes, it did, Latae. It took a while to get him annoyed, but if that little bit though that she said got him so annoyed, I thought he was finna say some real shit to Upper. He talking about some, just get over it and X, Y, and Z. The fuck?
Yeah, his father raised him. But that's just rude. He's
Yeah,
still
when
a kid.
somebody's talking real to him, he don't know how to handle it. That's control. I feel like if y'all think about those
He said,
like
"Oh, Lexus,
Lifetime
you kicked
movies,
him
he's
out."
one of those ones that had mommy issues, and then he went into the world and tried to talk
Lex.
to women, and they didn't want him. He was so nerdy. He got rejected so many times. Now he hates all black women, and
Yep.
so
Mm-hmm.
he's probably been in a relationship with a white woman or Asian woman and they bow down to him. So that's what he wants. He needs to feel that control.
Yeah, he does. He does. He said he didn't leave. He got kicked out. Oh well. Oh well.
Popped his ass.
Oh well,
Rude. That man was definitely
he's rude.
rude. He,
He was rude for a long time.
let me tell y'all something. He really had a when we really got to the bottom of his, he couldn't handle it no more.
Mm-mm.
He started showing his real age.
Yeah, it's definitely mommy issues, mommy and daddy.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Like Upper said, it's not, it's just about his delivery. A lot of his points were valid, but like, come on now, if you deliver it in a negative or a condescending way, people are not going to take it lovingly. They're going to take it like, you're being degrading to them.
mm.
Yeah, he just.
Is it me or like I feel like his mom is probably a strong black woman as well.
Yeah,
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That's why you know, maybe she didn't put up with no shit. And that's why she did have a relationship after a relationship after a relationship. Cause you know, when you you know, when you can tell her when you can walk away, you can walk away. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And at the same time, he said she doesn't agree with his views. So that says a lot. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I just feel like a lot of I don't know how to say this, but a lot of them like that want, you know, they afraid of us. They can't handle us. They can't take us because we're not weak. You know what I'm saying? And that has nothing to do with us not wanting to submit to nobody. We're just not
Right.
weak.
Yep.
You just can't tell us some shit. You can't. No, we going to see for ourselves.
True.
Mhm.
Like for real. And you can clearly tell that's what he wants. And
Yep.
he want them young, like he said, because he wants to be able to mold them into exactly what he wants.
Mhm.
We already knew that though. He said I will do a response on my channel. We already knew that. We knew that. That's why you were here.
Yep.
What was that you preaching that asked him was this content?
Yes.
Yep. That's what he was here for.
Mhm.
And the first thing I came up here and told him is when he started talking about his grandmother and you know, my great grandmother and my great grandfather, they raised me, so I knew what he was speaking of, but that's not where we're at anymore, sweetheart. It's not where we are.
Baby, he's in the Stone Age. And ain't no more Betty Rubber. What's her name? Betty Rubber and goddamn Wilma. Them days is over with.
With a,
But he is so Stone Age. Like, and then what I'm really understanding with him too is he was done wrong by
Look,
first
girl, he no,
mama.
he says, notice how women who complain about controlling men not having a voice took away a man's voice. You well, stop. You just took away a whole woman's voice. You had to speak first. What kind of leader is that? You had to speak first. It's ladies first. But you just couldn't let her get it out and say, okay, I'll wait.
It
Come
was
on,
the
boy, please.
asking the
You
questions.
you're you're the type of man that a woman don't want to submit to.
mm-mm.
Oh, she ain't finna submit to that.
Nah.
That shit right there. No.
He
And
ain't
guess
gonna get no woman to submit to him at all anyway. Ain't no woman gonna put up with that. I don't even care.
no.
Ethiopian, my friend Ethiopia, she don't put up. Man, please, no.
My best friend Adrian, she'll tell her to kick rocks with
I
no
know.
socks on. For real. Like, I'm sorry. Don't block him, y'all. We gonna be right over there when you do the live too. When you go live on your channel. We ain't subscribing, but we coming over.
Yeah, that's where that child came from. That one talking, "Are you living or existing?" Yeah, she was.
And that's why he be
Over there.
coming. I told y'all he'd get quiet when some y'all blocked him.
Mm-mm. I ain't blocking. He
He
just
over there editing right now. Special K unblocked him. Okay.
it was the I'm gonna tell you he messed up with all of us at. Well, with me especially was the
Mm.
submitting control. He putting that together.
Yes, he did.
That
He
Mhm.
wasn't finna get me to say yes, cause baby, it ain't happening over here.
that did me.
Sorry.
Mm-mm-mm.
Hmm. He better learn.
Brandy said they should not go over there. Those men are ruthless. Trust me.
Oh, I'm over there.
You
He
been
go
over
over
there,
there and
Lex?
run it out, run him around.
I
Hey,
You been over there before?
no,
That's
I
why I
ain't.
stopped you, Upper, because I was like, look. She said he has a channel. She said the upper echelon. Yes, that's what it was. He know what he doing. He in the bushes probably doing this to a lot of people and
Mm-hmm.
going to make content out of it.
Well, Lexi Boo, I had a great time. Thank you for allowing me on your panel.
Live until he got rude and couldn't handle what we were saying at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So Brandy, let me ask you this question. Um, so Brandy, how do they think of women over there in the black manosphere?
Lex, I'm about to drop down. Thank you for
Okay.
allowing me. Love you.
Love you too.
Okay,
Love
Good.
you.
back. Bye, everybody.
See you, Rich.
Bye, babes.
Um, they say they like Kevin Samuels over there.
Mm-hmm.
That's their teachers. So you know where that's at.
So they just like going around making black women angry. I got it.
Hmm.
Shit. Copy, copy.
They like making us a statistic. We're the angry black woman.
Mm-hmm.
So
He said it is you all. It is you all that couldn't handle me. Boy, please.
he said,
Boy, we could I guess we couldn't handle him. I'm not thinking about that man. You said enough.
We can handle him. He ain't nothing to
Clearly,
handle.
clearly not. Look at him. See, he said, bitch, please.
"Where?
Mm-hmm. Let me find out.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah,
I'm probably look gay. You shut up.
He said, bitch, please. That's what you feel about your mama. That is what you feel about your mama. God
definitely,
damn. That's fucked up. You know?
definitely feel like that towards his mom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he is. He calling people bitches. Like that's a
Hey
fucking
everybody.
shame. That is a
Hey.
shame.
Hey everybody, how y'all doing?
He said that's
Hi,
what I
honey.
feel about anybody that
Good,
calls people. Who's that? Brandy.
good. Uh-huh.
Hey, Brandy.
Hey.
Something wrong with him.
So listen, okay. So I know Game Changer. He's not a bad guy. However, let me say this. Game Changer is from the black manosphere. I'm from the black sector. But I'm over here.
You went out.
So the black manosphere is a group of men, a group of black men. So they have a white manosphere and a black manosphere. The
Mm-hmm.
black manosphere is a group of black men, 20s, 30s, 40s, some of them 50s, okay? And a lot of them are single.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them have been hurt by black women.
Amen.
Uh-huh. And so they have every stereotype that you hear about black women and how we
You went out, Brandy.
bunch of baby daddies, we're loud, we're angry. That is what they think of
Mm-hmm.
us.
But he said he
Mm-hmm.
But
want one
now
fertile.
they uplift other women, white women, Asian women, some Latino women. Okay, they uplift them. They think they are better than us. He said it
Mm.
last night. If you all were
Mm-hmm.
here last night,
Yeah.
I asked him, so where do you classify black American women? He said we in the middle.
Yep.
Okay, that's
Mm-hmm.
and so, the dialogue was good, but you're not going to change him because that's how they think over there.
First of all, game
And
changer, you should have been motherfucking lucky this bitch ain't call you no girl. Okay? Because you was up here talking like a little bitty bitch. How about
who he
that?
called him a bitch?
Now
He
take
called
that
her a
Yep.
bitch.
shit back. Rerun
Oh,
this shit back, bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Oh, he upset.
Yeah, he
Okay.
real bad.
So,
Cause I said, boy, please. He act like I was literally calling him a boy. Bitch. Now you a bitch ass boy.
mm, no,
Mm-hmm.
and they feel
And
like
don't block
women
his
are to
bitch
be
ass
seen
boy
and not.
ass.
They have a philosophy of women are to be seen and not heard. And so this is why they gravitate to women of other races because in their mind those women are really docile and timid, and they don't, it's yes honey, whatever you want honey, that type of
Yep.
deal. So that is what they like. And they don't respect black women. I'm just telling you.
Mm.
And so that's what it is. Um, you know, but when you know, you know. I'm not knocking him. Um, there's nothing wrong with preferences. There's nothing wrong with what you like, but you don't have to tear down a group of women because of what you like. If you like white women,
Mm-hmm.
if you like Ethiopian women, that's what you like. But then don't
Who
make it
is
seem
Truth
like we
Miller?
are
Truth
beneath. You see what
Truth
I'm saying?
Miller. That's because he called me a bitch. Do you want to be a bitch with him?
Who is that?
He called me a bitch first. So do you want to go be a bitch with him and sit in the bitch corner?
Well, that's how they do over there
Yeah, I
with
can
black
see.
women.
I can
Yeah.
motherfucking see.
Hmm.
No, it
Right.
ain't it ain't no jealousy, Bridget. It's cause them bitches can't handle us.
Who's jealous? Jealous of what?
No, she asking. I don't know what it is. It's cause them bitches can't handle us. So they go to the weak links. Okay. Simple
Yeah.
as motherfucking that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's the sector he's from. So that kind of gives you a indication of the mindset, you know. And he they like to debate, you know. Yep. And go back and forth, especially with black women.
He said, Special
Hmm.
K said, he sent for the other Boy Scouts that's doing
Yeah, that's
fundraisers.
what he did. He went and sent for the other Boy Scouts.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, they something else. But a lot of
Who
the
you talking
original
about
Black
idiot?
Manosphere men have left. So it's a whole new group of them now. And then you got the incels, um, the black
They need
men
to
that are
burn them up.
incels, and the
Well, you're pretty
passport
fucking
bros and all
wrong.
of that.
You're
Yeah,
pretty
all of
fucking
that.
wrong. I'm sorry, Brandy.
Huh?
I'm sorry. You're pretty wrong, Truth Miller. She's pretty
Who's
fucking
she talking
married.
to? Who is he talking about? Me? The girl in the
Yeah, he
glasses
no,
being real.
he's talking about me. He's talking about some shit he
Oh,
don't know.
he
Cause
done
that's
came
what
over
they
here.
do. Cause they think we all dumb, slow, unmarried, illiterate, broke. Cause
Mm.
yesterday I got out of here. And I think that was so good of me. Because when he said when white women go to work, the bosses look at them like, oh, they just here because they want to be. They don't really have to be. But when black women go to work, the bosses look at them like they gotta be there or their children will
Freedom. It's
starve.
like, look at it. Freedom.
And that's most likely true. Their
Yep.
children will starve. Bitch, is you crazy?
He
Have
said
you lost
that.
your fucking mind?
Yep.
I got the hell up out of here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, when you understand where they come from, then you can understand the mindset. They're hurt. They're
Yeah,
hurt.
yeah.
Yeah, they've
I
been
can
hurt.
see.
Uh-huh. So, some of not all of it is bad, but the way they think of us is the
Hmm.
problem.
And
You
then,
know.
Brandy come over here talking about, oh, the one with the glasses, he probably single. This man just sat up here and said he had sex with how many women? He can't even fucking count them. And he's single with all the sense in the world he swear he has.
Yeah, a lot of those men over there are single.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
They're
And
gonna be
it's
sick.
yeah,
Nobody gonna put up
yeah,
with that mess.
no, mm-mm, nope. And they're big on submission. They're big on submitting, but their point of view of submitting is not like the norm. So
No.
Hmm.
they're more so of, you're to be seen and not heard. What I say goes. You do what I say do, because I'm the man and I'm in control, and that's just what it is.
That's
I'm
little
just gonna
penis
say,
energy.
game changer. Now you being very rude at this point. Um,
What?
and you've been rude a little towards the end, right? Now, if you don't have nothing nice to say, you're most definitely more than welcome to go to your own platform. But right now, all that what you're doing is unnecessary, and
Yeah,
I'm not with it.
yeah. It is.
Oh, I can't see the chat. He going off. He talking.
Yeah.
Girl, he just
No, he's
said,
saying
bitch. He
better
just
single
said,
than settle with you
he
or
said,
some
better
stuff.
single than baby. I know you telling the truth, baby, because I would never. Okay, never. So you ain't even gotta worry about settling with me. Okay.
Oh.
Mm-mm. You definitely give him little penis energy. It's written out, and that's probably what it is. It's a pack of them over there. It's a pack. It's a pack of you motherfuckers over there that just feel
Yeah.
like y'all got to run everything
Mm-hmm.
because you
Oh,
can't run
Yeah.
they don't
that.
have nothing in their pants.
Um, what's that name?
Mm.
GOTH, the goth. You are has
Yeah.
a question. What's your question?
Oh, he from him.
Mm. Oh, they'll probably
They
come
can
over
block
here.
Blue Love. Yeah, they coming.
Yeah, they coming.
They
Mm-hmm.
coming from his side.
Yes.
Pack of weenies.
You blocked who?
Uh,
Okay.
she said a pack of weenies.
Yeah, go ahead and block them.
Yeah, they need to be blocked.
They ridiculous. I can't even.
They
Yeah.
said, close the door. Well, I'm not sleeping here tonight. Boy, you crazy. Oh, don't so damn rain.
Yeah.
Well, y'all, I'm gonna get off because I gotta catch my shows because y'all would not have me miss the Love and Hip Hop tonight.
No.
Ah,
Yeah.
all right, you guys. Have a good
All
night.
All
Thanks for
right.
letting me up, Lexus. Okay. I'll see you
All right.
all.
Good night,
right.
y'all.
Okay. All
All right.
right, hon. Okay.
Sabrina, you're back. You had left. Okay. Thank you, Bula. Definitely should have swallowed. Okay, y'all. Well, I'm about to end tonight. I want to thank everyone for the super stickers, cash apps, and the super chats at this moment. I want to thank you all my supporters that came in today, even to the game changer for coming in until he got rude. Um, anything else? We'll see you guys later. Love y'all.